What's up, everyone, and welcome to another episode of the Femme Slam Podcast, where we have in-depth analytical conversations about the world of wrestling and our favorite wrestlers. Join us as we passionately dive into the art of wrestling and have detailed conversations while setting aside our fan-based biases. I'm Megan.
I'm Clarissa.
I'm Haley.
And I'm Aisha.
And welcome back to another crazy week in the WWE.
Ooh.
It just feels like we keep living through historical events within the WWE now. We have Jey Uso won the Royal Rumble. Charlotte came back and won the Royal Rumble for the women.
Woo.
Then we had 10 releases of big names within the WWE. What's that all about?
There's a lot going on.
And we have
right
people
now.
coming into the WWE as well.
Yes, Jordan finally officially made her debut. And Ricky Stark, who we don't know is actually Ricky Stark yet, is also here. Yeah. He won't say his name, so we don't know if he actually has changed his name or not. But he just keeps
absolute.
What is your name? Tell us your name right now. He's just I'm like, okay, that's what's up.
And then obviously Penta, he debuted and he's been having a really cool run so far, and he's only been here 3 weeks.
Penta is currently undefeated.
Yeah.
Yeah, Penta's currently undefeated in the WWE. But I think with that storyline, what was it? Chad Gable has run off. He's left the company to train in the dark arts of lucha.
Oh God!
So he's a part of he went on to a lucha company. I forgot what the lucha company is called, but they announced it. It's like AAA something. I don't know.
Something along those lines.
Wait, I didn't really know that happened.
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, that dead ass happened.
He's going to go over there for a while.
There was a segment, and he was like, you guys, y'all need to hold it down here. I'll be back. I'm going to go and learn or master the dark arts of lucha. And then he walks off the screen, and that was how they wrote him off.
Yes.
I thought that was for Aleister Black.
No.
No.
And they're doing that. They're allowing them to branch out more because who was it? Omos was over there.
Yeah, Omos was over in Japan.
Yeah, he's in Japan.
And then supposedly people are saying AJ was over there with him.
Yeah, AJ was doing he did New Japan. He
did something somewhere else. I'm not exactly sure where he was, though.
New Japan. New Japan's a wrestling company over there. Hell no.
I thought it was Noah.
Oh, yeah,
that AJ was in?
That's for Omos, but...
That's what it was. Okay. That's it. Not y'all hearing all the chaos already. Damn. These names be fucking me and Haley up.
Can you tell that we only watch the WWE over here? If you want to catch all the fun stuff, though, you can, listen to the B-sides with Tony and Vio, because they will definitely be diving into all the fun things that don't happen within the world of the WWE, but they also will dive into NXT. So if you haven't caught their first episode yet, go ahead and give that a listen. It is available right now on all streaming platforms.
Come on, plug.
Yeah.
You know?
All right. Come on now.
Gotta shout out the other people on the pod.
All right, team. Go team.
Y'all are doing amazing.
So can we just start with the releases? Because there are some names in there I really did not expect any whatsoever, and y'all know which one I'm going after first.
Mr. 305?
No.
Now, the fact that you thought,
come on now.
You thought.
I think it's so crazy because Sonya they didn't really do anything with her in the time that she's been back. PFC had all that aura, all that potential for the first month. And then they gave him that name. And it's a fucking how does a name take every bit of potential away? And they never were able to recover. And now their leader is gone.
Who made that name?
I don't know who made it.
They put a bunch of names words in a hat, mixed it all up, and then they just went with whatever three they pulled out.
I mean, I feel like the fact that they were kind of presented as a female Shield at first would have definitely been something great. Like them just jumping on the entire women's locker room. But instead, they were kind of just like, they jumped on certain people within the women's locker room, but like there wasn't really anything there. And I hate that. I hate that so much because they definitely could have capitalized off of that, especially being like Zoe Stark and Shayna are like pit bulls in the game in the women's division over on Raw, and with Sonya being their leader and kind of like guiding them through everything, she was kind of like a Seth Rollins to the Pure Fusion Collective, with I would say Zoe being Roman and Zoe being Roman and Shayna being Dean. Someone's probably gonna hear this and cuss me out behind it, but it's okay. It's all right.
You know
it's all right.
You know what I think might happen though with them, and I know this might not be popular either, but I know that Ivy Nile usually is with the Creed brothers, but it wouldn't surprise me if they stuck her with Pure Fusion Collection, because I feel like she has that pitbullness about her.
I think they should just scrap it at this point. They ruined something that could have been really, really good. You know, because like I should say, I do think that the three of them together actually made sense in the way that they were presented in the beginning. Very much gave female Shield, very much gave we're finna dominate. They really should have been pulling a Shield and just coming out, fucking up people's matches, beating people up. I think it was even Malcolm who mentioned that one of their very first matches, they fought Natalya and Katana and Kaden, and it was like a hard fought match, and I think they lost, maybe? I can't remember that part. But did. Like, with that being their first official match, with even that god-awful name, they shouldn't have lost, and it damn sure should not have been hard fought. Like, you're building them up to be this strong, domineering women's faction, and they can't even easily pin anybody. Like, I feel like the ball was dropped there, and so I mean that ended up with Sonya being gone, and so I'm interested to see what they do with Shayna and Zoe now.
I think they should definitely just separate Shayna and Zoe and let them do their own things, because like I said, I love seeing Zoe Stark in the ring. When we went to Raw this past Monday and I got to see Zoe, I was up there going berserk. Now, mind you, her match was not filmed for the Raw taping. It was a dark match that happened for a main event, and it was Maxine versus Zoe Stark. And Zoe won her match, but Zoe is an incredible wrestler. And so I definitely could see her in a mid-card title scene. Like, she could be a great Intercontinental Champion, and if they wanted to take that title off of Lyra, they should definitely put it on on Zoe. Like, Zoe would definitely give those folks a run for their money, because she is just nothing but pure athleticism, and she's so impressive.
Agreed.
Speaking of Lyra, I watched the newest Celtic Warrior workout. Lyra is actually a fucking beast, and I didn't realize like how strong she was. She works out with Ivy Nile, go figure, and like she had Sheamus like falling over, unable to do like half her workouts. So in my opinion, I don't really feel like they're utilizing her in a great way right now either.
Hey, really quick, they be whooping Sheamus' ass.
It's so funny.
Hey, yeah,
because what do you mean Jay was working out with him in a full beat, was not sweating, didn't flinch, and that man was over there about to kill over? Like,
you talking about Jade when Kathy had that man folded up like a sushi roll.
So did Maxine Dupree. They did Pilates.
They were doing Pilates.
Yeah.
That man, look, shouts to Sheamus for doing it, because like with the guys, I think he's fine most of the time. Like, the guys are just like, heavy weights. He's like, yeah, get it. And the girls just be going in, and he's like, whoa, wait, I didn't sign up for this. So.
He's too fucking big to be doing it.
Now, I will, just to circle back, I do want to point out, with Shayna, put that girl back in the main title scene.
Please.
Shayna is an absolute beast, and we are underutilizing her.
I could just imagine how her and Rhea would go down.
Yeah. So good. That would be so good.
Her and Rhea would go down because they're both extremely dominant women.
Did they wrestle on NXT?
Yes.
I believe they did cross paths a few times, but I just think it's so crazy that Rhea is basically the only quote unquote dominant force within the women's division on Raw, and they do have other very dominant women on the roster. They just choose to put them in other spots, and I feel like I don't know if that's to make or prop Rhea up to look as if she is the most dominating, the strongest woman there, as if she is the girl, but Shayna's literally right there.
I mean, it would only help her.
It would help. It would definitely, because instead of having her just facing, it just going around the clock, it's Rhea, Liv, Raquel, Rhea, Liv, Raquel, Rhea, Liv, Raquel. Oh my goodness, that's a tongue twister. But that's kind of what it's doing. It just feels like there's only so many people within the main title picture for Rhea. I'm so curious as to what's gonna happen for her when it comes to WrestleMania in the Elimination Chamber, because they have one more spot to fill, and that's gonna be
Roxanne.
Yeah, Roxanne versus Raquel, unless Liv comes out there and costs Roxanne her match against Raquel, because Liv did say that Raquel's going to ensure that she wins. So if it kind of would make sense if Bianca and Naomi is in there, why not Liv and Raquel also be in there?
Especially if they did that to Jade, apparently.
Especially if they did what they did to Jade, then they kind of all have each other in that cage together. But that means there's only really two legitimate winners that are possible winners that could be in that match. Bayley and
they confirmed.
Who's the other person?
I was finna ask y'all too. Who is the other person?
Yeah,
Alexa.
Oh, yes. It is Alexa. Alexa Bliss.
So it's between Bayley and Alexa. And they did kind of tease already that Bayley could possibly, go with, Rhea.
Please no.
When we remember when Bayley came out there and Nia was out there too, and Bayley was standing by the title, picked it up for Rhea and everything. I can see that. But I do think it kind of, I don't know. I don't understand. I don't understand the WWE's booking when it comes to the road to WrestleMania this year. It's just very confusing, because why are you giving all of your high-profile why are you shooting on your high-profile matches to happen now versus WrestleMania? Because, why is Sammy and Kevin Owens happening at the Elimination Chamber and not at WrestleMania? There's a rumor that it's probably going to be...
Yeah, I agree. But
I feel like that is a way bigger story to be told at WrestleMania than Randy and Kevin Owens. I'm sorry.
Or a triple threat with them.
Yeah, it's just there's more history there, and Kevin and Sammy they have a rivalry that I'm okay with having to watch happen constantly. They find a new way to beef with each other each time, and it never gets tiring. So I'm okay with seeing Kevin and Sammy at WrestleMania, whereas I don't want Randy in that picture. I want Randy as a heel.
I want Randy and Cody.
Randy is overdue as a heel, and the fact that we're not getting, and I feel like the reason why is because there's so much happening. You have this is the first time in a while that we've actually had so many main event caliber wrestlers on one roster. Because for a while it was just Roman, right, and Seth. Now we have Roman, Seth, Punk, Cena's back, Randy's there, Cody's here, Damian Priest is here, Jey Uso's here, Gunther's here. You have so many, and you can't give them all main event storylines because you have to focus on one of them right now. And
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, and that's so unfortunate. Because that's so unfortunate, but also that means that we're so back, because back in the day we've gotten us as fans, we've gotten used to only seeing big matches happen at major PLEs. Now we can see big matches and big feuds and stuff unfold on a random SmackDown, on a random Raw. We can see that now. And I love that.
I love it. Look, I think if you try to deny that WWE is not at its best at this exact moment, you are absolutely lying. Wrestling has never been as big as it is currently.
I have to quote something.
Wrestling is on fire right now.
And it is. Like, I mean, it is. Like, we see all of these things, like, and it's like we said, like, while WWE is releasing quite a few people, and we'll have to circle back to that, like, they're bringing in names. They're bringing in people who are well established outside of the WWE. And I think it's just a beautiful thing to see just how much wrestling is growing. And as much as he drives me nuts, like, Triple H is listening to somewhat.
He's on my shit list. We'll leave it there. We'll leave it at that.
And to what the fans want people-wise, he's going after these big names. He's trying to do whatever he needs to do to make him and Sean to make the rosters the best that they could possibly be. And I just, as a WWE fan, I love that for us. All of the other stuff that's happening with them is not here right now. Haley.
Yeah, because it's a good problem to have when you have so many big names that are on your roster. It's just, I feel like for me, not everybody can have their spot at Mania this year, and that's what people are tripped up about right now. Of like what's happening, like so and so needs to have a match on one night, someone's got the match on another night. Like they don't, not everyone this year, not all the main players need to have a match at Mania this year. Yes, it's supposed to be the biggest Mania thus far, but not everybody can be on this Mania. I'm so sorry to tell y'all.
And as an addition, not everybody can have a main event. There's only two. And one of them is taken and it's not changing. Jey Uso and Gunther is the main event.
Jey Uso.
I just need to point that out, and I just need people to remember that there is no other match outside of the Men's Royal Rumble that gives you an automatic main event at WrestleMania. Not the Women's Royal Rumble, not either of the chamber matches, nothing. The rest of it is completely up for grabs. So Jey got one night. Who has the other?
Sucks to suck.
That perennial main eventer that was on the Bloomberg show, earlier last year. He more than likely is gonna have that other main event, and like, as much as a lot of people don't like that idea, that's just what it is. A lot of people fail to realize or don't want to grasp the idea that Roman Reigns is now the machine of the WWE. Originally, before him, it was John Cena. But now it is Roman Reigns. We have entire universes built around Roman Reigns in this very moment. Every storyline that is unfolding in some way has something to do with Roman Reigns. Like, it has something to do with Roman Reigns. And so to think that this man isn't going to be in a main event is crazy.
It's quite insane, and I understand. But like, let's just go back to that one word you used to describe him.
Perennial.
The perennial. For those who don't know what that means, it's recurring. That man has main evented Mania, 9 times?
9 times.
It's going to be 10.
And I don't, because as much as we would love to say like, oh, this person's the face, and this is truly unbiased, even though I am a Roman fan, at the end of the day, the face is Roman Reigns.
And that's just from a business standpoint.
And that's just business. Like, literally, when Netflix did Raw, the very first thing they said is, we want Roman.
As they should.
And that's where a lot of fans tend to fall short, bro. When things don't make sense to them, they don't understand that it makes sense business wise. If it doesn't make sense to you storyline wise because you booked it in your head, I mean, I'm sorry, but like, if money calls for Roman Reigns to do something, Roman Reigns is going to answer that phone call. I'm sorry.
It's a must.
It's just a must. Roman is the machine.
It's the way it goes. I mean, that man.
The bloodline, hello? It's a story of the company.
We have to remember in, 2019, Roman was ready to hang it up. He was not the person we see today. He was not considered he was barely even considered good by about 80% of the IWC, which I strongly disagree with. That man was done. He was ready to walk away when COVID happened. He was done.
It's not even that. It was a dog food situation that almost made him hang it up.
So he went home and didn't think he was coming back. And not only did he come back, but in a span of 4 years, he had himself labeled as the greatest of the modern era. And, slightly biased opinion,
make sure you say modern era.
Because fuck that. One of the greatest of all time. Because if Cena and Taker and Shawn and Hunter and all of these other people that we see at the top of the mountain are talking about his work ethic, the way he is in the ring, the type of character he portrays, we have to acknowledge that he is in those GOAT conversations. You don't have to agree, because obviously you're allowed opinion. It's cool. It's all right. But to say he's not, denial is a river in Egypt.
Your husband is gay.
Hey, I'm happy she said it, because if I would have said it, it would have been a hell of a lot louder. Trust me.
Like, look, the Nile is a river in Egypt, and I get it, but we just have to look at how Roman not only changed himself, but the trajectory of the company. Like, WWE has never been bigger than it is now. And they themselves put that on the back of Roman Reigns and the Bloodline story. And without Roman Reigns, we would not have the Bloodline story.
Yep. Preach.
We would not have Solo Sikoa. We may not have Jacob Fatu. We may not have Tama Tonga.
Jey Uso would not be in the position that he is today
as a main eventer. Roman put that whole family on his back and said, I'm going up the mountain and y'all coming with me. And that is to be applauded. And now I'm getting off my Roman horse for the rest of the episode. I'm sorry.
People forget that you don't even have to be like a fan to recognize someone. Like, I am going to use this as an example. Like, this is actually me giving Cody his props, so everybody, but I'm not the biggest Cody fan, but he is a workhorse. He's in every fucking show. He's in every show. I don't think that man is home more than one day a week. Like, he wrestles all the time. He's always closing the shows out. Yep. Like, you got to give people the credit, even if you aren't the biggest fan of them. Like, you don't have to be a fan of everybody. That's the beautiful thing about wrestling. But I feel like the same thing that people are getting on their high horse about Jey Uso, like, you don't have to be a fan of him to understand that this was the right move to have him win the Rumble. And it's so fucking annoying to see everybody crash out about this.
Yeah.
Even like, you have legends, WWE legends, and like wrestlers internally even saying, and people in different companies saying that Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble was the best call that they could make. That was the best call. And now, whether you agree or not is your prerogative. That's what that's what you want to believe, and that's fine. But to sit up here and say that this man can't wrestle,
that's crazy,
and saying that he sucks and he can't do this and he can't do that is it's a straight cap.
How many yeet signs did you see on Monday? How many yeet signs did you see?
Baby, they were yeeting as we were walking up the street to the arena.
There you go. And everybody wants to hate. He's the most over wrestler in the company right now.
Like, if that man is like, who else do you know getting encores for their fucking entrance song? No one. John Cena never got that. Cody for sure ain't never got an encore for his.
I wouldn't be mad though. I'm just saying. I'm so sorry. I wouldn't be mad.
Like, anywho, Jey Uso.
I like the song. I'm sorry. Carry on.
Jey Uso has been like. I mean, Jey Uso has been getting like encore after encore. Sometimes there's 2 encores. Sometimes it's 3. Hell, when they were in Saudi, they did that shit, 5 times? You would have thought it was a Travis Scott concert, bro. The way they was fiending for more. Fiending for more.
No.
Like, it came out with Travis.
And this is the thing. Seeing it in person
is crazy.
It's insane.
Crazy.
Because like literally on Monday, everybody in the arena was on their feet. everybody was screaming at the top of their lungs. All you see was up and down.
And
when it stopped, literally, you could barely even hear yourself think because all you hear is one more time.
One more time.
And I don't know if it came across as loudly on the TV, but like...
it was loud.
Yeah, everybody was... like, when I tell y'all, even before the show, like when we're just sitting there, all you would regularly hear was yeet, yeet. There was a few woos. Don't get me wrong. There was a few woos. There was even some Usos. Yeet. Every 2 minutes. Yeet.
That was really it.
Mm-hmm.
When I went in October, they were going nuts, and he's like double the amount of popular he was then, so I can't even imagine. And that was when he like first got the championship that he had, the Intercontinental. I can't even imagine how nuts that crowd was.
Yeah, it was pretty wild to witness. And it just goes to show me the hate is only online.
Yeah.
The hate is not real in real life, because in real life, y'all be eating y'all ass off. So okay.
The day that we take the IWC serious as a community will be the day that wrestling actually dies. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
We should quote Paul Heyman on that. If you think that we take the IWC seriously, you can...
Like,
well, I could have said it, but I didn't want to say it.
No, because like it is quite interesting, bro. Because the IWC like have like there's corners of the IWC that are great, and then there's one corner, there's one specific corner, # real graps, bro, that feels like their opinions and their thoughts really fucking matter. But in reality, they don't. And even a wrestler will sit up there and tell you, bro, your opinion doesn't fucking matter. And they'll be like, yeah, well, I think it does. And they're some of the most insufferable people. And they make being a wrestling fan so not fun.
Mm-hmm.
It's not fun because, like, what do you mean we can't sit up here and talk wrestling and talk storylines because you feel like Jey Uso should have done a 360 frog splash off the top rope? Like, you think that he should have done an like he does insecurities and like all this other shit, but like you think he's just supposed to climb to the highest ladder and just do a moonsault off the top of it, get up and keep on moving? Like he's just supposed to be what you want out of someone that's in like another company. But like what they fail to realize is that
he's not hurt.
He's not hurt. He's probably one of the most safe wrestlers on the roster. He's fun, and like a lot of wrestlers say that they enjoy working with Jey. Like they enjoy working with Jey. But like not only that, but also we have to think about it like this. Jey comes from a whole different era of the WWE. So the way he was trained as a wrestler is not the same way that Gunther and Braun Breaker was all trained. Like they have different styles. This is a new age style. Like Jey said, this is a young man's game now. What he was doing back then, they don't even do anymore. He's just trying to keep up.
Some people think you gotta do gymnastics, though, in the ring to be good, and it's just, that's not all wrestling is. Like, in my opinion, if there's too many tricks going on, it just looks like flip, 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 okay, kick, flip, flip, okay, done. Like, so, I feel like there's gotta be a balance, and I think he is a prime example of what an overall good wrestler is between the storylines, the speaking, and everybody who was like, oh, he shouldn't have got emotional. Man, fuck you. I don't care if that sounds biased. Fuck you. Like, come on.
Bubba Ray even said that everything that Jey does is what they consider a good wrestler.
Right.
Because he has the charisma. He has the heart and love for the game. He has the energy. You know, he's not this prick backstage. Everyone loves him. He's a safe worker. Like sitting
comes
up
to
here,
work all the time.
He comes to work, bro. He wrestled, I think, the second most amount of matches last year in 2024. Number one being Cody Rhodes, and this year it's the same way. He is still out here wrestling and doing matches. Like now that he's, you know,
he's almost 40 too.
Yeah. But
Aisha.
but like he, I do feel like he's about to slow down wrestling because for one, WrestleMania is coming up and they want their main event to be, you know, in top, you know, tip top shape and also be injury free. So we're not going to see him wrestle for a while. We're probably just going to see him and Gunther whacking each other back and forth, playing tag on that ass belt to ass. But we're going to see that
Gunther,
happen.
just watch the chain next time, dog. Watch
the
chain.
Watch the fucking chain. And
you know what?
So
he don't even care, bro. He don't even care. Like,
he don't.
And said, "I bet this wasn't even expensive." Whack.
I still need to figure out where the hell that man came from. It
was very interesting the way they had the camera set up because even on television, because I went back to watch it when we got home, they had the camera in the crowd. They had the camera in the crowd, and he's over like this, and so you can't see when Gunther comes in. And everyone's like, Gunther, they're like, Jey, behind you. I don't know how the fuck he ain't hear them folks, and they were literally 1 foot in front of him. He was really in the zone, yeeting. They were like, Jey, behind you. It was too late. Gunther already grabbed that man's legs, and he fell off that damn announce table, just like all types of
I thought he
up.
just failed.
I thought you were going to get arrested on TV. My fiance said, we got this
Aisha
in real life.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you right now. If we had been sitting where we sat last time, yes, she would have, because she would have been able to get there. We were up, and there was a drop to get down to the floor where we were at, right?
We're soaring.
Yeah. She would have been flying in that video. Like, trust me,
bro, there was an 8-foot drop.
My ear caught it, and we had, Yeah,
there was an 8-foot drop, and our security guard was a bitch, bro. So
that's what I was gonna say, but I was gonna leave it alone. But she wasn't playing with our ass. She was like, no. Even when we were yeeting, she was trying to get people to sit down. Baby, I'm busy right now. Okay, I am busy.
I said, Shorty want that employee of the month certificate
girl,
so bad, bro. Like, go ahead, Miss Bridgestone. Go ahead. like,
y'all, this is the thing though. But so from like where we were, I could see, you know, the announcement, the area where Gunther came from. Y'all, I've watched my own video several times. I don't see him.
Was he under the ring?
Now,
he might have been under the ring.
Here is my theory.
I can't see him under the ring.
No. I think he was. I think he was, because I told y'all we were sitting right at the side, and this line of security walks out, and there's one guy bigger than everybody else, black hoodie on.
That damn black hoodie.
Arms in hoodie, just didn't pay it any attention, but when they walked by, and then George Kittle walked by also. Didn't pay it any attention until later, because I was like, how the hell did he get there and we didn't see him? Yeah. And I am convinced, because that happened right before the show started, I am convinced that they walked him out. He got under the ring when nobody was paying attention and was able to
while the lights were off.
While the lights were off.
When they do the commercial stuff, they shut the lights off within the arena. So that would have gave him enough time to roll underneath the ring. Because wasn't nobody paying attention, everybody's looking at the screen.
Surprised he got on the ground like that.
We were, I'm sure that he had like a luxury throw rug down there to like rest his legs on. I'm sure there was like a nice, probably pillow top California King mattress under the ring.
He had a bartender under there serving him
baby
prosecco.
Was probably with his feet kicked back,
had a cigar under there. Let me just.
He had an old fashioned in his hand, and he looked over at the screen and was like, "Oh shit, it's my turn."
Yeah,
hold this for me.
Butler came over and was like, "Is there anything else you need, Sir Gunther? Lord Gunther, is there anything else you need from us?"
Lord Gunther is crazy.
Yes, my lord.
Yes, my siege. Is there anything else? Like...
I do have to ask, since we are on the topic of Royal Rumble winners and WrestleMania. Charlotte Flair.
I love her.
Same.
I love her. I can't help it.
Not only did she return, not only did she win the Women's Royal Rumble and cause quite a bit of an upset, she has officially picked Tiffy time. Because Tiffy, wake up.
I don't like this.
You know?
Tiffy, wake up.
You think
sorry.
Do you think she's going to defeat Tiffy, though? Or do you think Tiffy's going to retain?
To be honest,
Tiffy needs to win.
I really kind of hope Tiffy wins.
Me too.
I think the best decision to completely get Tiffany over, and that's not to say she's not already over, because she very much is, but to boost her to the level she needs to be at.
Mm-hmm.
She needs to.
I also see it as this: one Royal Rumble winner has to win, the other one has to lose. So to me, in my head, if Charlotte wins, that means Jay's losing. But if Jay wins, Charlotte's losing.
I truly
Jay
do
needs
think
to win.
Well, I think Charlotte is there to just boost Tiffany to a true main eventer.
Yeah.
That is what my true hope is. I can't see a reason, storyline or business wise, especially with the shit Charlotte's been talking, because baby, Char been on her shit. Char told that girl, she is, but she really told that girl to get down on her hands and knees and beg her to choose her for the main event.
Because I feel like with the way that Charlotte has been talking, I think it's a wild thought. If Tiffany wins, and if that puts Tiff over, could we finally see Charlotte go face in that moment?
I don't think the crowd will allow her to go face, bro.
I as a Charlotte fan, nothing about, I hate to say it, but nothing about Charlotte gives face.
Yeah.
They didn't even let her tell her story.
No, but even then, like, look at the video package they gave her to come back. Like, baby is on a yacht. Baby is getting on private jets. She's dripping in diamonds, dripping in fur. And I mean, you have to pay attention to the times. Like, we're on the verge of another recession. We don't relate to that, right? Like, we can't relate to the lifestyle that she's portraying. And she even came back with, I'm the top girl. I'm the it girl. I'm the woman of WWE. Nothing about that gave face. So
she's the woman of the WWE, but she's not the EST.
She,
you know,
but you know, like, nothing about her nothing about her packaging gave face. So I was very confused to see her try to give face, and I guess maybe it wasn't even face, because y'all know I was not a fan of the booing of Charlotte Flair. Like, I get it, but I think that in that moment, considering news had just broke regarding her divorce, that she truly just wanted to have a one-on-one with the WWE. I don't think that was Charlotte out there. That was Ashley. This wasn't presented as a face. This wasn't presented as anything else. But I also think that was where they went wrong. Because while I do understand, like, the last year was very hard for you, you didn't know if you'd make it back to the ring, you know, relationships ending, yada, yada, yada. Nothing about Charlotte Flair really gets, even when she's a face, she's more of a tweener.
Yeah.
Like, she's more tweener than face. So, like, I think, if anything, this is what makes Tiffy the face that they want her to be. To me, this is what makes Tiffany a main eventer. This is what puts her into the conversations with the Asukas, the Beckys, the Biancas, the Rheas, the Charlotte. This is how we push her up more. Don't get me wrong. Was I necessarily going for Charlotte to win? No. My shirt tells you that clearly. I was really pushing for Naomi or Bianca, and Bianca was secondary for me to win. Like, I really think that 2024 was really the year of Naomi. She came back at Rumble, and she has had an amazing showing the entire year. And I was just talking about it earlier. The week of Royal Rumble, she literally wrestled Raw, NXT, SmackDown, and Royal Rumble. And this week, she wrestled at our Raw show, SmackDown. Like, they have this woman working. She's working, and I think she deserves some type of payoff. Now, do I think she's winning the Chamber? Unfortunately, no. While I would love for that to happen, and we'll have to get to Elimination Chamber in a second, I would love for it to happen. I don't see it. I didn't necessarily want Charlotte to win. As a Charlotte fan, I'm okay saying it. Like, I don't mind that she did, but you know, it could have been anybody.
Yeah, because, like, the only other thing that they really, like, had set in stone, even going into Rumble, was, like, we see Charlotte's promos. Like, nothing else is really said for anybody else to really, like, have good standing to have a possibility of winning the Rumble. it was mainly we just kept seeing Charlotte's vignettes on SmackDown.
Yep.
That was really it.
Now, actually, you said something the other day that I think was interesting. You said, I know that this might not be what you want to happen, but I think you might have said it on one of our post shows that you think that there might be a chance Liv might win Chamber. Even though we don't really want that to happen. Ever since you said that, I was thinking, because it does kind of feel like that Rhea and like Liv, their chaos ended kind of.
I definitely feel like they gave us a break from Rhea and Liv, because it definitely, the tensions were for sure getting really, really high to the point where people were not able to enjoy the product, and people were extremely turned off from the product. I do not think it is a good idea to bring Liv and Rhea back together for WrestleMania. I don't think it's a WrestleMania worthy match. I unfortunately just want them to stay as far away from each other as possible, because since the whole Liv Morgan being introduced to the Judgment Day, we have gotten some insane discourse about not only Rhea, but of Damian Priest. Like, there's randomly been Damian Priest hate spawning out of nowhere. Oh, he no sales. Oh, he's too strong. The same stuff they were saying about Rhea, you know, during this whole Judgment Days thing. So, like, I feel like having Liv, and this is no offense to Liv Morgan, because I do enjoy Liv Morgan, but like, it's her fan base. Mm-hmm. Her fan base has made it very difficult, because a lot of the things that they do come off as bullying. Because like, why are y'all watching Rhea Ripley's page for when she tweets? Why are y'all attacking her fans because she's interacting with her fans? She's liking their tweets. And she's showing love and appreciation to them and letting them know that she's watching and she hears what they're saying and she understands how they feel. She's trying to resonate with her fans.
She don't have to do that.
She doesn't have to do that. But it got so bad to the point where Rhea Ripley fans were just like scared to even say anything anymore when it came to Rhea noticing them and actually acknowledging them. Like, it was bad. So
Marissa kept getting attacked, actually.
Yeah. Marissa and Kadiver both were like getting whacked left and right every single time because they're Rhea's biggest fans. And I just think that's such strange behavior that was coming out of the Liv Morgan fan base. Now,
they're friends in real life. Like, do people not realize that?
They're besties in real life. And I get it, and I understand that this, you know, we don't need to rope all the Liv Morgan fans into one group, because there are some good Liv Morgan fans out there. But there is a specific group within her fan base that is absolutely insufferable. And I hate to say there was a specific group of people that contributed to that hate that Rhea was getting. But, yeah. I hate to say that it was, but it was.
They're the same people that were commenting on Dom Mysterio's wife's Instagram. Yeah. And that was wild, too. Like, you guys don't understand kayfabe or kayfabe, whatever you call it.
It's just so weird. And it's why, even though they do great in the ring together, I don't want it. I don't want to.
I'm not interested.
I hate to say it, but this is one of those instances where the fans did ruin something.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like they ruined something great.
This feud could have been absolutely amazing. It could have been the rivalry of their career.
Could have been bloody too, because Liv can get down in the ring, and so can
she
Rhea.
Like, let me tell you something. How she even got split open Monday night. I don't. 1 minute she was fine, the next minute face is red, and she's still getting up. She's still going. She's still continuing with the match. And I definitely think Liv deserves some acknowledgement, some applause for continuing on, because that cut did look pretty deep when I saw the picture of it.
It looked like a butt crack.
Like,
it was that deep.
Like, it's actually kind of nuts, because they do great together. They do feed off each other's energy because they're friends in real life. Obviously, they can. They have great chemistry in the ring. And yet, because of and I hate to use this word, but the hatred that the two fan bases are spewing at the other, to where they're throwing personal shots at these wrestlers. It's quite disgusting.
Not even just that, but wishing death on
like what's
each
wrong
other.
with y'all? Like, are y'all okay? And so, like, because of all of that, I'm good. I don't want it anymore. I will acknowledge that they are both amazing wrestlers. I can enjoy them separately. Liv does an amazing job at making people not like her. Yeah. Except for when she takes the Liv character off, because Crown Jewel, she had me ready to cry.
Oh, I was crying.
She's such a humble, kind-hearted person, and she's just so grateful to have finally been awarded the opportunity that they're giving her. And I think it's a beautiful sight to see, just like with Jey. Just like Jey did when he talked about Rumble. Seeing the two of them who have been busting their ass, trying to get a little acknowledgement, trying to get a little praise, trying to be a main eventer, that person. Seeing them not only get it, but be appreciative of it and grateful of it, it's a beautiful sight. But I'm good. Honestly, go ahead and give me Liv and Raquel versus Bianca and Naomi, and that can be our Mania match. I'm okay with that.
You think Bianca and Rhea are going to happen? What do you guys think is going to happen with Rhea?
I would prefer not to get Bianca and Rhea right now. As much as that is truly my Mania dream match. Not just my Mania dream match is Rhea and Bianca. No, not right now. We don't even have enough time to build the story all the way up the way it deserves to be. These are the two it girls of the new era that was ushered in. Like, they're them. Yeah. No. Pick somebody else, which is why it should have been Io Sky. But I hate to say wasting that, because it's not wasting.
Yeah.
We're doing that on a random Monday after Elimination Chamber.
Why are they doing that, though?
That's what's confusing me about it, because, like, I said something about this earlier. I was like, I don't know what Triple H, I don't know what Hunter's doing booking-wise when it comes to the road to WrestleMania, but this is probably one of the most confusing. And a lot of people said they're pointing fingers at Dwayne, at The Rock, because he was supposed to... He talked big shit, saying that he was going to be a part of WrestleMania 41 and that him and Cody had unfinished business. And the WWE, literally, from my understanding, built a lot of the road to WrestleMania around The Rock, only to find out that he wasn't going to be a part of it. So now they have to backpedal and pivot, but I'm not entirely sure how true that is, because you can't believe everything that the dirt sheets are saying. You can't. But yeah, that was something that I heard, and I just thought that was so interesting. But yeah, the whole Sammy and Kevin thing happening at Elimination Chamber, Io and Rhea happening at the show after the Elimination Chamber, it's just all very interesting.
Not even on Elimination Chamber. Not even at Elimination Chamber. It is the Raw after Elimination Chamber.
And that's exactly why I don't agree when people say, oh, well, just some random Raw. Baby, this is Raw on Netflix. It's no longer some random Raw. These are PLE grade matches that are happening every Monday now. They have some of their biggest names on this show, and they're giving you a good show every Monday. Why? Because Monday Night Raw is the A show. And not only that, but also Netflix requires them to have a certain amount of views and bringing in new people to their show, to their streaming brand, their company, every time they come on, on Mondays. And so they have to deliver. They have to have you tune in, which is why they'll give you matches like CM Punk versus Sami Zayn on a random Monday night. And it was a fire-ass match. And that's what just blows my mind about a lot of the new wrestling fans, because, like, back in the day, seeing CM Punk wrestle on a Monday night was a normal thing. Seeing The Undertaker fight on a random Friday night was a normal thing. Like, your big names were fighting on these random shows that you don't feel is worthy of their time. But we then get mad because they're not wrestling enough.
It really doesn't make sense, though. It doesn't make sense, because really, it's always been like that. Like, I think we've always used like a random Raw as just a throwaway term of sorts because you feel like it doesn't have the caliber that the PLEs have, right? But even before he fully, became Tribal Chief, and even during the Tribal Chief era, Roman was wrestling on SmackDowns. He was there. He was coming out and actually putting in work in the ring. Cody is wrestling just about every SmackDown. Jey is wrestling just about every Raw. Jacob in that damn match last night was just beautiful. I love him. He's a star. Just drop the rocket on that man.
Did y'all see Tama Tonga's tweet? I was screaming.
Yeah. Hey, Tama
is so damn upset by Solo thumbing that man down, bro.
It's the thumb. It's the thumb.
He said, my neck and my back. My neck and my back.
And then go tweet right after that, bro. Like, the thumb or the match, like, bro, don't ever hit my sugar palm ever again, Solo.
Hey, man.
You hurt my Buki Bear, he mad about it, bro.
Look, while we're there, what do we think is happening within the Solo Jacob Tama triangle? Because one of the things that I had to take notice to, because this is the thing, when it comes to the bloodline story, I don't believe in coincidences. Everything has a true meaning, right? There's always a hidden meaning. Solo coming out in all white, as opposed to his black or red, gave me very repentant. It gave very much music video. It gave very much, I'm washing my sins away and walking the right path, and the right path just so happens to be acknowledging Roman Reigns as my tribal chief.
It's like in a lot of black churches, when you get baptized, they put you in all white. They dress you in all white and they dip you in water and well, they don't dip you in water. They take you to the lake.
They take you to any body of water. And it's gonna be cold, or they have a pool, because my church had a pool, and it's cold and the water is always colder than cold, like it's like -3 in there. And when you come out, you're born again. So it's very interesting.
That is interesting.
They
do that for babies in the Catholic religion, but I left that at like third grade.
No, it was very interesting to me to see Solo not only come out that way, but mention how he wants to bring the family back together of sorts. Yeah. And I don't think he was just talking about Bloodline 2.0. I think he meant fusing the two bloodlines, making the family whole again, because Jey even told us they didn't fool with Jacob. They didn't fool with the Tongans. Like, we don't be around them. So I do think Solo is on like a new mission to fix it, but he's not fixing it.
He got an apology before Roman.
He also, like, he came in yesterday extremely soft spoken. That whole "I love you, Jacob."
I screamed, and he did say it back.
And like he just bowed out. He was like, "I love you, Jacob." Like it's just kind of it's just really interesting because like he told Roman that if he was to lose to Ulafala, he would go back to acknowledging Roman. He did return back to his enforcer state. Now, if he all of a sudden, when he lost to Ulafala, went off and was given new details to stop Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga no matter what the cost, that could possibly be what's happening. Roman was like, look, you started this, you got all this stuff going on, you brought Jacob Fatu to the company and he is on a rampage. I'm putting you in charge of stopping him. Fix it.
I didn't even think of that. Wow.
Yeah. It's almost like a parent trying to get you to rein in the dog that you've let run around off leace for so long.
You made this bed.
And I mean, and obviously not to call anybody a dog, of course, but like it really, it really does make sense. All right. It makes perfect sense, like it very well could be that it is now Solo's job to fix the problem that he created.
And if you don't fix it,
but also
Roman's gonna do it.
Yeah. If he doesn't fix it, Roman's for sure gonna do it, and they're definitely teasing that Jacob and Roman are going to clash at some point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But also, there's just so many, because like the Bloodline story is one to watch.
So many layers.
There's always, everything is happening for a reason.
Mm-hmm.
So I wonder how this plays into Jey winning the World Heavyweight Championship.
We got a new tribal chief.
We could possibly see Jey get the Ulafala. But also, what is going on with Jimmy? And why is the dialogue around him, oh, he's in his brother's shadow, oh, he's on the bench, he's the one no one thinks of, like why are we pushing this narrative that he is a nobody? I don't know if it's just because they're trying to, it's where he's, the storyline is him being, proving everybody wrong, proving the haters wrong, or if he's just going to eventually crack underneath the pressure and like become what Jey called him, jealous Jim. And I know a lot of people aren't interested in a heel Jim, but like, I don't know. It's just like we see him trying to get somewhere. But I also feel like it would have been really interesting to see, because like we don't really have a top heel in the WWE right now. So imagine Jey Uso being your top face and Jimmy being your top heel in the WWE. That would have been money to see. But fans don't want to see that. Fans aren't really interested in seeing that because, fans
don't want to see nothing.
Tell fans to shut the fuck up.
No, bro, because like Jimmy has been very.
But they had that WrestleMania match and it wasn't good.
It's not even that, but like Jimmy has received a lot of like hatred and attacks from fans online, to the point where he has deactivated his page plenty of times to get away from all that hate. But like also the same thing is kind of happening to Jey too in this very moment, but we don't see Jey deactivating anything. I mean, I definitely don't feel like it could hurt anything to have Jimmy explore being a heel, because Jimmy was a great heel, a fantastic heel. He just wasn't given the proper tools to be that good heel that we needed him to be during his feud with Jey. And that was because all of the focus for that storyline was shifted to The Rock, Roman, Seth, and Cody.
Annoying.
So because they weren't given the proper backing that they needed to fuel their story, they now have to walk around with #RealGrab saying, oh, well, WrestleMania 40 wasn't a good match. Oh, that's just super kick mania all through there. That's a super kick merchant. Mind you, Jey only does like 2 or 3 super kicks per match now. And Jimmy does the same thing, 2 or 3 super kicks. It's never 15, 20, 30 super kicks like that one match was.
They've been doing different moves too. They've been pulling out a lot of different moves.
They have.
Yeah, because they want people to eat their words. Because like they said, bruh, they see everything that the internet is saying. Now, all because they see everything that the internet is saying does not mean that you can continue to say all these crazy things to them in hopes they'll take your advice. Because the people who are constantly saying, oh, well, they should do this and they should do that, and talking about their wrestling, their in-ring ability, are the same people that can't fucking do the moves that they're asking or requiring the Usos to do.
Mm-hmm.
Like, let me see your ass do a flip. I bet you break your neck.
Do a flip. Sorry.
Like a lot of these folks will shake in the middle of a sit-up. Whole body just shaking violently while they trying to.
You can't even run the ropes. Like if you try run the ropes, you're not gonna get through it. I'm so sorry. Like, you have not stepped foot.
That shit hurt.
It does. Like, even people who are coming to the WWE from like the NIL kids, when they first hit the ropes, it'd be bad for them. You expect you think you're gonna get in that ring and hit the ropes fine? You're not. You're gonna get in the ring.
They swear they can,
and they can't. I'm so sorry. Y'all think y'all really in this when you're not. You're just watching what we all see all together as a unit when we're watching the show. You don't see what they're doing in the PC and the training center, doing that, making sure they do hit the ropes fine, they practice their moves. Like, you're not seeing that, and you're not taking into account, like, they have more in the arsenals, like we've been saying, but it's just like, you need to just sit there and watch and take what we give you. You can be critical about people, but you have to have a keen eye and know, okay, this is why, and not be all negative about everything. Because there's really them being negative that's really harkened like people from being even involved and being online.
And it sucks.
And see, the WWE prides themselves of being a safe work environment now versus a few years ago. They have less injuries happen now than they did back in the day. Now, mind you, they did catch the injury bug not too long ago, but their recovery time is a hell of a lot better now than it was back then. And a lot of the time, that stuff isn't even, their fault. There's some people who are just so happen to be unlucky and are accident prone. But, like, the WWE prides themselves of being a safe environment. So why would they push their talent to do things that they know could possibly harm them? Because these people are making them money. And in return of them making them money, they're giving them money. So each wrestler is a valuable asset to their company. When you take one asset away, that means less money coming into your company. They don't want that. That's from a business perspective. But #RealGraps will not understand that because they don't care about the business. They just care about their love for the game.
It's funny you say that too, because I know that a lot of people were freaking out about Edge going over, and this is just, I don't have an opinion because I don't know enough, but I didn't watch the match live where Edge got hurt, but I know that there was a lot of discourse online between like people who were very knowledgeable in the industry, because he had been hurt so drastically before with his neck that there were certain things that he really needed to be careful about. So I know that, I don't know exactly how things work over on the other brand, but I know that there was just a lot of people upset because they were afraid he was going to get hurt because they might not be taking the same precaution as they were over here. And then he did get hurt. It was something different, but I know that there's just a lot of back and forthness about it. And there's a reason why they're so careful and why Jey Uso is so careful when he wrestles. This is a perfect example. Yeah. You don't want to get hurt.
I mean, and I'm sure they take the necessary precautions also because nobody wants their stars hurt. Nobody wants any person to have to be in that pain to possibly have to lose their career. The whole reason Cope is over at AEW is because he was ready to go full time. He wanted to be there. He wanted to show up, and WWE, they didn't see him in that light because they had all of this talent that, that they grew up pretty much. They didn't have the space to add that in, which honestly, if you even think about it, having one more main eventer right now would probably be like too much.
Like, for sure.
Like it's oversaturated.
We're busy. We got enough. We're closed. No more.
It was a good move for him, I think. And he's back with Christian too.
And he seems to be happy. He seems to be enjoying himself. And, that's as much as I can say because I don't watch. Yeah. But no, I am sure that just like WWE has a very strict protocol, just like TNA has a very strict protocol, I'm sure AEW has a very strict protocol we try to prevent it as much as we possibly can. Because it not only loses money for the show, it loses money for the wrestler. That's time that they have to spend not getting paid because they're sitting at home. They're going to PT. They're not able to do the things that they usually do. So I definitely think it's a all around thing. We've learned from all the injuries that WWF and ECW and all those things in the past.
Damn chair shots.
We've learned we have, for instance, we have a very, very strict concussion protocol. We are making sure that we lower the possibility of certain things ever happen again as much as we possibly can. And so I do appreciate that growth, that evolution within the wrestling world. And I will always applaud the safe wrestlers. Like Randy Orton is known as one of the safest wrestlers there is, because there's not too many people that are hurt with him in the ring, unless it's storyline. He's not somebody that does, which is crazy because we all know Randy was a fucking menace like 20 years ago. Like, that man didn't give a fuck, and he was still safe.
Yeah.
So
I don't think he's gonna come back for the Chamber. I mean, probably not, but
I don't think he'll come back until closer to Mania, truthfully. Which, again, yet another main eventer.
I just think it's just really interesting how, like, he had gotten the same injury that both Cody and Sammy has gotten, and we've seen more of them, and then Cody fucking bouncing back.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Then we have a Randy. Like, Randy's been gone for months with the same injury.
There's that noise, huh?
Hey, Mrs. Orton, Kim, if you're listening, look at me, baby. We need your husband back, please. Okay, bring him back, Kim. We know you feeding that boy, because every time I see you post a picture of that man, he's bigger.
His thighs just keep getting bigger.
I ain't even mad. Randy is eating good. Kim is feeding that man well, okay? But like,
he's swelling up like one of those little toys that you put in water.
Oh,
those grow your own men, bruh. Grow your own men.
That's a big boy. That is a big boy right there. So, like,
said, I ain't 275 no more. I'm 295. Well, excuse me.
Get that man his 20, okay? But yeah, I definitely don't think he'll be back till later.
It's gonna be,
unfortunately. I would like, yeah, but Aisha does have a point, because how come you still hurt?
Yeah,
I didn't even think about that.
Like, but I mean, I guess then again, he did have the neck injury and the back things already. Never mind, that wasn't.
It just got aggravated again, probably.
We done pieced that man together how many times now?
So many times.
Yeah. Like, them RKOs be taking my man out now.
Yeah.
It kind of sucks watching your favorites get old, man.
Yeah,
I definitely think it was supposed to be Randy and Sammy.
Mm-hmm.
Not Randy and Sammy, but Randy and Kevin at Elimination Chamber, but there's something that's like kind of like, I guess, delaying Randy's return.
Mm-hmm.
So they had to just go ahead and give Sammy and Kevin a go, because Cody and Kevin's program has ended, and there wasn't much else that they could do there.
Yeah.
After they beat the shit out of each other with ladders.
Jesus, that match was actually quite insane.
Yeah.
Kudos to them for that.
That match, bruh. And then Kevin just shows up while he's falling off the bone Monday, and
with a black eye.
With a black eye and a limp harder than a pimp's, bruh. Like, he came out there, popped Sammy real quick, and then skedaddled right after, Sorry, Lonnie, if you're listening.
She's gonna block us all.
She's gonna block us immediately,
now we getting
bro.
blocked again. Lonnie,
whole time we come in peace, bro. But Lonnie ain't finna hear that. I love
Lonnie
her to
is
death,
not gonna
baby.
be
I'm
hearing
so
us with
sorry.
that.
I'm so sorry. We have to talk about Sammy, baby. I'm sorry. But yeah, I don't know. I'm very curious to see what happens there. We already know Sammy's probably going to come out on top and win that. But I
kind of want KO to win. I feel like KO needs a good win.
KO does need a good win, but like also like as the weeks progress, we see him become more and more thrown off,
unstable.
Like, this man is so fucking unbalanced. It don't make no damn sense.
Tagging Adele.
That man said, wait. I don't know why it's so noisy all of a sudden, bro. We're under a tornado watch. There's like every motorcycle and truck missing a muffler outside right now, and it's pissing me off. Like, y'all are having a convention up the street and there's a tornado outside. Like, chill out, baby. We're gonna cut this all out. Like, they just out here. You finna go in the air. You trying to catch? Oh my god.
ATN Part 2.
But like, back to what I was saying, because I forgot.
KO. Unhinged.
Yeah. Okay, yeah. Kevin is incredibly thrown off right now. He's so thrown off. It don't make no sense. So I do feel like Kevin should probably win this, but more than likely it's going to be Sami because Sami is the face in this situation.
Probably prolongs the story more too.
But also, like, we got to figure out, is Solo and Kevin Cody facing each other in Elimination Chamber? Like, what's happening there?
I don't know.
Like, what?
You know, I would have thought so. I'm just very confused now, considering the thumb
to Tama.
To Tama, like,
yeah, he thumbed that brother down.
Where does, because Jacob was really ready to get up with him.
Yeah.
He said he don't play
like
about
Jacob
Tama.
got out the ring, took his shirt off, and he was like, "What's good?"
It's like that one meme of that one woman that's holding Kevin Hart and pointing at that other lady. That's Jacob. Like Tama's Kevin Hart on his hip. Like, you don't touch my son, bro. What the fuck you doing? Mind you, Tama's like 10 years older than this man. And he's like, why are you touching my baby? Like, get away from my son. Like,
Tama's
my one, let's go, bro.
Man.
Tama's beard looks all shaped up. He got them earrings in. Tama said, I'm getting that WWE paycheck and I'm gonna look good.
Hey, if just in case y'all, just don't let Aisha beat my ass, but hey, Tama been looking real good lately.
Back the fuck up. But anyways, back the fuck up. But like,
I can't appreciate beauty.
I need them. No. We need
to. You know what?
We need to figure out. I just want to figure out what we gonna do. I just need us to figure out what they gonna do with Tama, because I don't want him to like be this silent henchman to Jacob, and that's kind of where he's gone.
He needs a mic.
He needs a mic.
Definitely needs a mic.
He is great on the mic. His personality is getting him over on Twitter. Like, folks are cackling at this diva. Like, who is this diva, bro? It's Tama motherfucking Tonga, bro. And like, he needs to be in singles competition.
He does.
Like, especially while Tonga Loa is still gone, and like Jacob's doing singles competition. So why not have Tama do the same thing? Tama could definitely be somewhere bothering Shinsuke lurking ass.
I was
right
just
now.
about to say that.
Speaking of Shinsuke,
man,
get that damn title off that man, and then also keep LA Knight and Michael away from that fucking.
Because
I don't need to see that no more. What was?
It was actually really funny. I beat John Cena in the main event of WrestleMania.
No, okay, like this is the thing.
That segment Friday night was just horrible.
On paper, if you see a LA Knight in the Mia segment, you'd be like, this will probably be pretty good. Like, they're both pretty good on a mic. They're both pretty good in the ring. Shouldn't be a problem. and somehow, I don't know why we get the face. And somehow,
that was a segment.
It did not come across. I don't know what the fuck that was.
At his old age, he cried for 2 minutes straight on the
that was
like I was expecting him to do it. Shut up, like something, like, and he
just kept going.
Michael, what's happening? Are we okay?
LA Knight because he kept going. LA Knight was like looking at him like, "Are you fucking done yet?"
Yeah, it didn't make any sense to me. I was like, bruh, like, can we stop this? And then I looked on the timeline, and everyone was like, what the hell is this? It was to the point where people were like, Jimmy, please, Jimmy, come out back, please, Jimmy, if you can hear us, Jimmy, come out back. We need you here. We need you here. I mean, it's quite obvious that it's gonna be Jimmy and Shinsuke probably at WrestleMania. At least I hope that's the case.
I hope.
I don't know if that's what they're gearing up for or towards. I don't know what they're doing with Jimmy right now, because like he was back. Like I don't know if they're just kind of like testing him out in certain areas to see where he fit in. But like he's already very over with the crowd, especially with his no yeet taunt that he's doing. Like everyone loves that. And so. Like, at first, it kind of seemed like he was possibly going into the United States title picture because we had Shinsuke scoping him out. But, like, then they kind of, like, was like, oh, well, Shinsuke's not also scoping out Jimmy. He's also scoping out LA Knight and Andrade and Damian Priest.
And the whole fucking roster up back there all...
Bro, talking about some I've been lurking in the shadows. Yeah, we know, bro. What's up with that title, though? Like, talking about you've been lurking in the shadows. The shadows ain't that dark, because, brother, we've been seeing your ass cloak the fuck up, bro.
We see you every time.
I'm like, mama, who that in the back? And when I see him, he just back there. I'm like, is this an apparition? Like, what ghost are we seeing right now? And it's Shinsuke.
He was looking a leprechaun.
Like, him and Braun Breaker having a backstage championship off.
Because why? Why are y'all backstage?
Braun Breaker over here harassing everybody that's 45 and up right now.
Man,
and I don't understand why.
If you don't leave the unks alone and let them have peace, and Carmelo ain't no better.
Not with R-Truth. I was like, come on, man.
Bruh, him and Carmelo are both just harassing every 45 and up man.
Man,
AJ Styles came through, bruh, and Braun Breaker was like, I can smell the icy hot on you. I'll knock your ass out. I'm like, whoa,
with a cowboy hat.
That was fucking terrible.
With a cowboy hat on.
Baby said, we right off Broadway. I got a hat.
And then he went out there and started shit with Sheamus and then gonna yell out, at your old age? Like, bitch. Like, why are you gagging these folks like this? Like, can you chill? Like, what's going on? What's happening? He's out here terrorizing all the unks. I know he can't wait for John Cena ass to pop up on a random roster.
Man.
He gonna sniff his ass out.
Please, I beg, please stay away from John. I don't know if he can take that spirit.
Yeah, he gonna break him.
I don't know if he's gonna get up. Like, he might break him in half.
He gonna get
like I Show Speed did.
Gonna get a notification on his phone that said another 45 and up has entered the villa, and he's gonna go looking for him, bro.
Montana, por favor.
John Cena, por favor.
He really has been after everybody old, though.
Every single one. That man ain't went after nobody his own age.
Mm-mm. He even speared Roman in the ring. I was like, yeah, all right. He don't need to be getting speared like that.
Hey, man, don't you touch my baby no more.
I do think it's quite hilarious that he ain't studying Ludwig at all. Like, he does not give a damn what Ludwig got going on. Ludwig's talking about I want the Intercontinental Champion.
The biggest
like,
diva on the roster.
And Braun Breaker's like, that's cool and all, but this retirement home over here is jumping, yo. It's like, this retirement home over here, bro.
He's just trying to be the next legend killer. Yeah. That's all.
He said, Ric Flair wants a retirement match again? Send him my way. I'll spear him out the ring.
Braun Breaker said, I understand what you want, Ludwig, but they got applesauce over here. I gotta go.
The food's too good. The food's too good for me to not leave.
You know, like he ain't studying nobody.
They got bottomless mashed potatoes over here, bro. I gotta be there.
Oh my god, not the bottomless mashed potatoes.
Oh, you can eat mashed potatoes over here, bro. I gotta be over here. Like, I get what you want, Ludwig, but you ain't got what I want, and that's my broccoli. Like, I gotta get it.
Aisha, please.
He said, "Well, Randy, you come back. I got something for your ass too."
Bruh, he might as well change the name of his spear to multivitamin, bruh. The way he's going after these folks, bruh. Like, the way he's going after the unks, bro. Call it a multivitamin, bro. They gonna get their dose with each.
That's
spear.
why The Rock's not coming to WrestleMania. He said, I don't need to get speared.
No, he said, baby, I got work.
Bro, I got a movie to do. Walk up on you. I heard the final unk was here, and I came out like, bruh.
Like, first of all, back the fuck up.
First of all, The Rock's gonna put that fucking cowboy hat back on, and they're gonna have a cowboy hat off, and he's gonna be like, off is the direction you can fucking when he had on.
No more cowboy hats. Y'all are out of Tennessee. No, thank you.
Braun Breaker taking out the final unk will make him the most powerful man on the roster, and he'll have to be stopped at some point.
Nah, he Thanos.
Bro, he collecting all the unks.
He got all the Infinity Stones right here.
All the Infinity unks.
Yeah.
Oh, bro.
He's just out here collecting one by one. Like, bruh, chill out. Yeah.
There's going to be a whole section on Spotify that's going to be saying us talking about unks. I can't wait.
Oh, God. I was going to say, and I'm going to forget to bring this up again, but how about Montez Ford crashing out on that promo? I was like, ooh.
I've been waiting for it, bruh. I've been waiting for this. Now, I don't think they're heels. A lot of people are trying to figure out whether or not they're heels or if they're faces. I think they're faces who are fed up.
Yep.
Justified
That's
faces.
exactly what it is.
I don't think they need to go heel.
No.
Because we already see the way Xavier Woods and Kofi's heel run is going.
Oh, fucking brother.
And I was actually really scared of them doing or going heel because Triple H doesn't know how to handle heels, especially when they're tag teams and then when they're black. I don't mean to put that out there, but
you gotta call a spade a spade.
Yeah, I know there's gonna be some people that's gonna get upset with that because this is an uncomfortable conversation at least. But like just seeing the way he handles his black tag teams compared to like the others just it bums me out because what do you mean Motor City Machine Guns came in, hip checked the fuck out the Street Profits, moved them to the side and got the tag team championships the moment that they stepped foot in that damn division. And then when the Street Profits tried to come back around for their chance at that title, they were taken out by DIY and was put on the bench. And then when they came back again, Motor City Machine Guns told them folks to get to the back of the line despite them already losing those titles. Like, y'all are supposed to be at the back of the line. What are you on about, brother? So, like, and then on top of that, like, I'm so over seeing DIY and Motor City Machine Guns beef with each other. I'm tired of seeing it. It's probably one of the most boring things that is happening on SmackDown right now.
Who is pushing for it? I don't understand.
I don't know, but it's so fetch.
Yeah.
It is
extremely fetch because like dead ass, I zone out every time. I don't know what happened in their match on SmackDown. I don't even know who they were fighting. If we gonna be 100% honest, I heard their music.
Pretty Deadly's been in the mix too. I don't.
They say raise your fist, and I'm like, raise your phone. Every single time I grab my phone and I'm immediately on Twitter.
I zoned back in when I heard and your winners. And I was like, oh, the match is done. I don't like, and it's so crazy because I understand we are putting effort into the tag team division.
They're not though.
They're not. Well, they will say they will because they'll be like, well, what about Pretty Deadly? What about
I mean, I'm happy they finally pulled them out of the
there though.
I'm happy they pulled Pretty Deadly out of the backstage area because they were they were just kind of like hanging out in the background. I'm kind of happy they kind of got rid of that whole Pretty Deadly the musical type thing. Like, bruh, you got them backstage trying to write a fucking musical when they should be in the fucking ring right now. What are we talking about? Why am I seeing DIY and Motor City Machine Guns duking it out every fucking week? And now I'm seeing now it's LDF. And DIY and Motor City Machine Guns beefing with each other, and then also like
meanwhile, A-Town Down Under was just beefing with them. Now they went to Raw. Then they just went up against fucking Oba Femi, which I don't even know what happened with that match.
A-Town Down Under's now on Raw, and I'm like, oh my god, bro! Like, what is the tag division looking like right now? Because like. If anything, Jacob Fatu and Tama Tonga should definitely be in the tag team division right now, rather than them trying to chase individual singles gold. Mm-hmm. Because what was the whole point of having Tama look at those titles from DIY if they weren't going to pull the trigger on them, unless that was a hint that Tonga Loa should be coming back soon?
Probably. It just feels like the division, even though stuff is like happening between the groups on SmackDown, it still feels disjointed. Because even with Motor City Machine Guns and DIY, yes, they had a story somewhat with like Johnny being friends with them for years. That was cool. Like, but now it's like I don't care anymore about what y'all got going on.
I didn't. Yeah. I never
cared.
Truthfully, I actually liked JD and Dom together too, and it sucks he got hurt.
It never gave.
Yeah.
And we're forcing it to give, and it's so. And you know what? That may be very biased of me. I will admit that.
No, I don't care either.
Because I wanted the Street Profits. Mm-hmm. And I have not been happy in the tag division since the Street Profits were injured. And now they're just sitting here cutting promos or doing vignettes. And I just want my profits in the ring doing what they do best.
I definitely feel like, you know, the Street Profits definitely have the charisma that the tag team division is lacking right now.
Mm-hmm.
To, you know, they have that fire, that passionate charisma to ignite the SmackDown tag team division. Why Triple H is moving so weird with them to pull the trigger is beyond me. I definitely feel like they deserve so much more. Like they haven't held gold since what, 2017? That was the last time they had tag team.
2020.
When was it?
2020.
That's
2020?
sick.
Okay, so yeah, 2020 was the last time they held gold. So like it's been damn near 5 years. And they've just kind of been, every time they get close to winning something, they kind of just like they get shoved to the side. Now, mind you, I did enjoy the Usos and the Street Profits. Every time they like went up against each other, I really did enjoy that. I would have really loved to see God in Street Profits, and hopefully we get to see that the moment that Street Profits win those titles, because they're great on the mic, and I know for a fact that Tama and Tonga Loa are both great on the mic as well. And they'll be able to give that energy that is needed in order for them to be able to, you know, have an exciting tag team division.
Can I say a weird, an odd, it might be an out of bounds take, but Sami and Kevin should not have taken those titles off of the Usos. I grant.
That's not a weird take at all.
Hey, I don't really give a damn if it's unpopular or not.
I agree.
Yes, granted, like that was what the story was for Sami to get out and have Kevin, but like, why would you put two people together to take those titles off them when they've had problems with other people that could have been a different situation? It could have been better for me to see the tag team division actually strive afterwards, because it's been bad, like across the board.
You know,
not just on SmackDown but on Raw. Like, I mean,
if I say that they haven't recovered, then what?
I don't think they have. No, I'd say you're right.
And I mean, I don't know if it's because we went straight from Sami and Kevin to Finn and Damian to R-Truth and Miz to who was it? A-Town Down Under.
They held the titles for way too long. And
which
then
one?
Finn and
Wait,
JD.
which one?
Austin,
Truth or A-Town?
Both, and then I don't know. They all did, and then JD and fucking Finn held it for how long without fucking defending it?
100 and some days.
Yeah.
No, I don't disagree with that take, honestly, Megs. Because again, I do understand the story of it. I do, but I agree that it could have gone to a tag team that was already there. It could have, raised somebody in that tag team up, gave them a chance, something, because we didn't really do anything after that with it, and don't get me wrong, I'll never turn down Sami and Kevin working together. We just could have, it could have been something different. I just would really like to see the tag team division flourish. War Raiders, Viking Raiders. Wait, are they War Raiders? It's War Raiders, yes. Right? Okay, y'all, the name change is killing me. Okay.
How were they in person? Because I was going to say, when I saw them wrestle, they were good.
Ivar is incredible. They're both incredible. Let me not lie. But, like, seeing Ivar move around in person is fucking unreal. Like,
he's impressive.
Extremely impressive. Like, I feel like I couldn't blink looking at him because he's just zooming around. And I mean, and I hate to say it, but, like, you do have to take his size into account. He moves so smoothly, so swiftly. And he's doing the moves that we aren't used to seeing people in that way do. Like, Ivar is absolutely incredible. I personally do enjoy the War Raiders. but I also enjoyed the Creeds. Like that match as a whole was actually really good. Like
the Creeds have fantastic chemistry together, but also Ivan and Eric also have, you know, great chemistry together.
Yep.
So like watching that match, like them all being on sync with in sync with each other, and like the match just flowing as beautifully as it did, seeing it there, it gives me hope for the Raw tag team division, because like, I mean, but like also it doesn't seem like they have LWO just kind of like hanging out backstage.
Yeah.
Like, surely Judgment Day, the War Vikings, or
War Raiders.
War
Raiders. Oh my God, bro! They changed their name, so like the War Raiders, American Made, and
New Day.
What's the other one? New Day, bro. Like and like they don't really even have the New Day competing in tag team competition. They're kind of like taking turns.
Talk.
And they're not even talking. They just keep coming out there and getting booed, and then like they're looking around. And I'm like, okay, this was fun in the beginning, but like now I want to see them capitalize on this heel turn. And we did Monday night see them brutally attack Rey Mysterio.
I'm so tired of seeing them with Rey Mysterio, though. How many goddamn times are they going to wrestle that man?
Amen.
Yeah.
When the legend turns his back on you, you kind of feel some type of way that they fucked him up. And it's even crazier because LWO ran right by the New Day to get to Rey in the ring. Like as they were going up the ramp, they shot out and like, hello,
punch them.
Hello, but I mean, you know, they were trying to check on Rey. It's okay. I would like to see more from them. I want to see, because they're both amazing competitors and they're both great on the mic. Like they have it. They have the it factor. Let's use it. I don't care if you put them in a mid-card title feud. I don't care what they're doing, but do something. We have all this heat on them. Even, you know, because when even Dom Mysterio tells you you're wrong,
yeah,
you know, it says a lot. That even Dominic Mysterio doesn't agree with what you did. Why aren't we capitalizing off of that? Why aren't we making them the most hated guys on the roster right now?
Did they just move to Raw? I can't remember, because I was going to say, have we seen the New Day and
the New Day's been on Raw this entire time?
I feel like the New Day and Street Profits would actually like give us something entertaining though, because my fear with like SmackDown is I don't really feel like, other than, I don't know if this is why they're moving weird, I feel like the Street Profits are very entertaining, and I think that the Bloodline's entertaining, but there's not really any other tag teams on SmackDown that stand out to me, really.
The New Day moved over to Raw after Roman stole that man's crown.
Oh, they've been over there.
Yeah.
They've been over there for a while, bro. Oh. He got jumped and had his crown snatched, and it was like, you know what? Raw is okay. That's away from them people.
Maybe they need to move.
We did not keep the crown around long enough. We didn't keep the crown long enough.
If they move, I'm not even gonna hold you. They just gonna put them in the vortex with Jacob and Tama.
Pass.
Yeah.
Pass. So we just
and that would just mean that the New Day would have to job to Jacob and Tama.
And it'll be very weird because they're supposed to be heels. You're going against two bigger heels. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that I've been very disappointed with the tag titles as a whole this year. I agree with you that I enjoy the War Raiders and I enjoy American Made, like the Creed Brothers, but something's gotta change, I think. It hasn't felt the same since, like you said, Meg, since the Usos dropped their title. And that's not even me being biased. Like, it just has not felt the same.
It is definitely quite noticeable that they, like, once the Usos left a really big gap behind for the other tag teams to fill. And there's going to be people that's going to disagree with that, because they don't really see the Usos as being, like, one of the greats
Which is
they
insane.
are literally one of the greatest tag teams within the WWE, like in WWE history. Like, I don't give a fuck if you're gonna name anyone that was wrestling and competing in the ring in 1985, shut the fuck up. Every time someone says anything about the Usos being a great tag team, like one of the greatest, y'all want to bring up the Road Warriors. Y'all want to bring up the Heartbreakers, the Rockers. Y'all want to bring up D-Generation X. Y'all bringing up folks that are fucking retired. Shut up.
And Generation X doesn't want to be brought up. Leave him alone.
Like, it just blows my mind because, like, it makes it really hard to call any wrestler or tag teams of today, of this era, a greatest of all time, because you got someone great-grand-unc over in the shadows talking about some, well, actually, The Rock is the greatest of all time. Jeff Hardy is the greatest of all time.
Hold on now.
Hold
on now.
That's not a diss. 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 There's no minute that's gonna be held. It's just the fact is, a lot of people these days they won't allow you to give these new wrestlers their flowers, like these people that have stepped up to entertain us in this era. Yes, Jeff Hardy is still around. That's cool. But he was the greatest of all time in his era. This is a new era.
True that.
So
I was just saying we didn't have to pick Jeff. That's it.
Well, he was the first one I thought of, because every time you talk about Jey Uso, someone's like, well, Jeff Hardy, because they want to compare the two.
There's no comparison. You literally can't compare them. They're two entirely different wrestlers. Like in every way, shape, and form, they're entirely different. Mm-hmm. The only thing they share in common is that they managed to get insanely over with the crowds. And that they're both considered at the top of the game of their era. That's it. You could not compare them mic-wise, wrestling skills. No, it's dumb. Next.
Yeah, because I mean, like, there's some people, like, when some people were calling Roman Reigns one of the greatest of all time, and people were like, no, well, John Cena's the greatest of all time. And John Cena was like, well, no, Roman Reigns is the greatest of all time. Like, we just gotta have these conversations. Like, I get it. John Cena's the greatest of all time of his era. But his time is up. He's literally going, his time is up. Their time is now.
This is the last time.
This is the last time. So who is going to be the greatest of all time of our era? It's already been decided, and there's no one else in the fucking race. And if they are, they're 15 miles behind. Baby, it's Roman Reigns.
The end. It's not up for discussion.
Period. Full stop. So, you know,
the next era is completely, y'all can debate that one, but
yeah.
Roman's era is done. Stamped.
Of this era, he is the greatest of all time. He is their machine. Of this era, he is their machine. He is the reason why the WWE is as big and booming as it is right now.
He's the reason it didn't fucking shut down during COVID.
During COVID.
Yeah.
He is the reason. Open. So to say that he isn't in these conversations because you want to hype up someone who's pushing, shoving the hell out of 50 and has already decided that they're retiring, it's nuts. No offense to John Cena. No offense. Because John Cena is also amongst those people, amongst us, that is wanting to give those flowers to Roman Reigns. He acknowledges Roman Reigns. So why it's so difficult for these fans to acknowledge that Roman Reigns and the Usos have contributed so much to this new era is baffling me. And I'm thinking it's some type of prejudice against Samoan people, but that's a conversation for another day. But them folks they've done what they had to do. They kept this damn machine afloat during COVID, and they are the faces of this fucking company today.
And there's more coming.
Amen.
And there's more coming. Like Jay said, there's about 15 of them folks, teenagers, that are ready to start wrestling, including his son.
Yep.
I didn't even know that Rikishi had. I mean, I know he had more kids, but the other day he posted his kid in high. I said, "What? He got a kid in high school?" Like I thought that they were all grown. I was like, "Oh, okay."
Nope. It's a lot. It's a lot. The takeover is now.
And you know, one of Roman's kids are going to want to wrestle. He's got 4 boys. One of them is going to want to wrestle. At least one.
We got a long way to go on that one.
Yeah. Well, I think aren't one of them are like one of the twins are like 10 or 11, right?
No, them folks are under the age of 5.
Yeah. Well, I think
there's an older set of twins. I thought.
I think he had the first set in like 18, 19. So like, no, they're all under 10.
Oh shit!
The only kid he has over 10 is his daughter.
Okay.
So no, like we got a long way to go on Roman's kids. We got a long way to go, and that's if that's what they decide to do.
He might have more kids.
Because Roman never planned on being a wrestler. He wanted to be a football player.
That's true.
So you never know. Jacob never planned on being a wrestler. The Usos never planned on being wrestlers.
Either did Braun Breaker, but he failed his NFL careers.
Haley.
Sorry. He's in the words of Jey Uso.
You know what? On another
Gonna be short and sweet, just like your NFL career.
Now you got her started too. You know what? Let's move on.
Shout out Kaylee, bro.
I will say though, there is another person that could have been in the main event picture that we've been seeing that has me blocked online. Karrion
Cross.
Listen, I like Karrion. He's really growing on me. I know that might not be like but I think that him moving away from, and I'm sorry that they got released. That's not what I meant by this, but I think that he does better by himself and with just Scarlett, my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Let's pour one out for the Unk and the AOP.
Yeah. You're
great Unk and AOP.
Y'all are not serious right now. You know what though? But since you mentioned releases, Haley, you know there was a certain release that happened that somebody on this panel was going very hard for when. You know, he came out looking like Mr. Worldwide.
Oiled up with his Gucci tracksuit.
With that Gucci tracksuit just to get rolled up with one arm still in that bitch.
Listen. Aisha Selects was just playing. I didn't know it was going to happen for real. Hashtag Aisha Selects. We just, we just put him on the bench. I didn't know they were going to push him off the bench, bro. They said we repossessing the bench and pushed him off, bro.
You benched him. What you thought was going to happen?
Well, damn,
Yeah. So,
well, shit.
Vinci, we got to get you back on Aisha's legs, dog.
I don't know how. Gonna happen.
I don't know how, but,
Vada Vinci or whatever.
I'm still confused on how they even let go of the Good Brothers and AJ just came back.
That was weird to me. And I think one of them almost got still.
We almost got a Bullet Club reunion, bro. You had Tama, Cody, Finn, the Good Brothers, AJ. You had just about everybody over there to put together a Bullet Club in the WWE, and it did not happen.
We fumbled.
It does not happen. I wouldn't mind because I wouldn't have minded seeing a Bullet Club.
Me either.
But imagine Tama in the Bullet Club, Tonga Loa in the Bullet Club. I mean, they were already part of the Bullet Club over in New Japan, but a WWE version of the Bullet Club would have been definitely something interesting to watch because we haven't had I know we're in an era of factions, I suppose, but we haven't had a big dominating faction like the Bloodline in a while, and to have the Bullet Club right there, would have been interesting. It would have been very interesting. So
it's interesting. Tama and Cody haven't really interacted a whole lot, which is,
and they're right there with each other, and we're not. And
can y'all
crazy.
just real quick?
Yeah, especially because it's not like we're not mentioning those things anymore. We're past the age where you don't say other promotions, you don't bring up stuff that happens over there. So why are these two in the same ring together? And we're not mentioning their history. We're not mentioning the fact that they were them. Like,
well,
what?
we missed AJ and Tama too. Like, AJ just got moved to Raw. The perfect opportunity to have Tama and AJ running back. Like,
even when AJ was having his feud with Cody, and the Good Brothers were still around him,
they did that. Thing.
Like, they could have. It would have made sense at the time when we had both Tonga Loa and Tama Tonga, and the Good Brothers still helping out AJ at the time. Like, with how the story was progressing, I was like, oh, what if, like, I think we said it at the time, like, oh, what if because of that connection, it was like, I got you back. Like, it could have just been an unspoken thing that, like, oh, we're not going to do a full on, like, okay, Bullet Club reunion here, but if someone's on the opposite side and we have a connection, it's like a little side thing, got you back. Like, some type of acknowledgement between everybody that has been involved. Not just Cody and AJ, but like, when the Good Brothers were still on SmackDown before they ended up going to NXT for a bit, something could have...
Yeah, that was random.
Something could have happened that we saw everybody have some acknowledgement. Because I don't think the Good Brothers even like had much of an interaction with Tama and Tonga before.
Not at all.
Yeah, it was just mainly they came out to like be around AJ for like a second before they went down to NXT. In that feud, and that was really it. But like, we could have gotten more acknowledgement in that. Like, because like we all were thinking at the time, but it wasn't a thing that they were like.
They shouldn't have let them go. Because we need more tags that are, like, good, and they've been around for, like, that was a dumb decision on my opinion. I don't think that was a good decision.
Because they were, even when they were in NXT, like, just, like, helping out with the guys down there, too. Like, I kept calling them the ball unks. Like, the unks were just, they were just down there, like, trying to school the young boys. That was really it. Like, they had a good program in Pink and Ting, too. Like, they were going back and forth with a lot of the guys down there, and that could have helped prop a lot of those guys up to like what we see now, and that could have helped them get more gravitas to come back and reinvent themselves again, come back to main roster and really wreak havoc. But because tag team divisions in flux still, they're like, yeah, okay, we're gonna let them go.
They definitely need help in NXT in the tag team division too, because I know that this is more for the B side, but I know that Fraxium is big, and I keep hearing they're probably not going to move them up because they need them on NXT right now. So there we are again. Like, here we back are again with the tag team division needs help.
Because like in NXT they do have other good tag teams. It's just more things that's like propped up into Fraxium because they are the sounding board. But other people are coming up. It's just they have to give them a little bit more time to be up to that level of Fraxium at this point. Because they're doing that with Work for the Crutch Crew, with Tavion and Miles Bourne, and like other teams that have been established, but they haven't had as much shine as much like to get to be able to be on par with Fraxium. It was kind of weird too, because even when the Fraxium even got it, they took it off of Baron and Braun Breaker. Yeah, so that's just a state of like that tag team thing too.
That's true. The wheels are turning in your head, Aisha. What are you thinking about?
I was just about to say, I wanted to cycle around to the footage of Liv and Raquel being caught on iPhone 14 Plus.
No, that was a 7, dog.
Not they recorded that with an air fryer, bro. They recorded that footage with an air fryer.
What was that?
Do we think that Raquel and Liv could have possibly attacked? I still feel like Bianca did it. I'm sorry. I do. I still feel like Bianca might have attacked Jade. And so many people are going, but she was in the match. Why would she do that? If she, like, how could she do that if she was in the match? Y'all act like this lady couldn't have pieced this woman up before she went out there.
True.
Cause like if Bianca is Jade's only friend outside of Naomi, what does that mean? That means that Jade is wherever Bianca is at all times. If she's not with Bianca, she's with Naomi.
Mm-hmm.
So like someone took her out, and it's between Naomi and Bianca, but I'm leaning more towards Bianca. because there's just been certain things that Bianca's been doing, and I get it. It's easier to blame Naomi, but Bianca
She looked surprised last night.
Yeah, I mean, she was, but like also Bianca did too.
That's what I'm saying. Like they looked like she was like, "Oh, see," like it wasn't like
yeah. Bianca thought she was caught, and then when she saw Liv and Raquel there, she was kind of relieved because like, okay, so like your lie goes on for a little bit longer. I do feel like Naomi has, because like based off of the tweet that Naomi had put out last night, where she was like, it was the case. No, it was the IWC and Twitter versus Naomi, not guilty. She does not mention Bianca, and if I think it is what it is, I do believe Naomi has caught on to Bianca, and she is very suspicious. It's kind of similar to a scary movie when the friend finds out that her friend is the killer. But like she can't just put her on blast and be like, I know what you did right now.
Because I know what you are.
Yeah. Because I think that was kind of what happened. Wait a minute.
Hurricane. Pause.
Car.
I don't know why this street is a street everyone wants to drive on. Y'all hear that?
It's a party, it's a party, it's a party.
But back to what I was saying. And I forgot because of a muffler.
Funny muffler.
We were on. You were talking about the scary movie, and
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so it's kind of similar to when the friend finds out that her friend is actually the serial killer, and it's like Naomi's like, I know that you did this, because like she went and was like, hey, did you find out any more information about Jade? And Naomi is like, yeah, I couldn't find out anything else. And then Bianca's like, what are we laughing at, y'all?
What is Haley doing over here? Like she has a jug of something. She put a whole fucking jug. She put a jug to her lips, friend. Like what the fuck is life right now?
It's my Wawa.
Yo, pull it up. So friend, she's drinking out of a fucking jug right now, dog. Like what the fuck?
That much tea too, bro. You
Hold on. Is it sweet tea?
No, it's diet. No, I don't.
Fuck is a diet tea? What the fuck is that, Haley?
It's good.
During Black History Month.
Diet iced tea.
When you come up to this area,
I'm
you
not
go to
drinking
Wawa.
that shit.
I'm gonna go to Wawa, but they better give me the sweet shit.
I am Southern.
I'm gonna if I take a sip of this damn tea and it's not
sweet, now Megs is talking to the shadow people.
I'm gonna ask them folks, where's the diabetes in it, bro? I need
bro,
the extra sugar.
Did an auntie with a thick arm make this or no?
Exactly.
If the arm wasn't thick as hell, I don't want it. Okay, all right. Sorry.
Bro, there's just so much happening right now.
Man, I know.
But I do believe that Naomi is quite suspicious of Bianca. She just doesn't know when the right time to kind of like press the situation. But I also think she probably knows that she's going to be the fall guy. Like she's for sure. If Bianca couldn't frame Naomi, she would. Until Jade comes back, and Jade is actually like, Bianca, you're the one that took me out. Because I think Triple H is reheating his nachos when it came to that one segment where he attacked Shawn Michaels. But like no one knew who did it until Shawn Michaels was on via satellite and said, it was you that attacked me. You did it.
I did it for The Rock.
Yeah. Haley, please.
I'm sorry.
So
as the I am holding on to Liv and Raquel with every bit in me because innocent until guilty, okay? Innocent until proven guilty. However, the shirt very much. Don't touch my hand. Don't put your hand down. Don't touch my hand.
Oh wow. Thought this was a classy party.
Because it does. I will say it does. One of the things that I've seen people say about the main reason why it can't be Liv and Raquel is, oh well, Liv would have bragged about it. Here's the thing. While she usually would, she was also going up against Rhea Ripley at the time, and she was already struggling and trying to make sure she kept her title. Why on earth would she put herself in a situation where not only did she have to deal with Rhea Ripley, but she had to deal with Bianca and Naomi at the same time, all while trying to defend her title? Now, I say all that to say I'm still going to ride with Liv and Raquel right now, but if my EST did it, if she did it, you know, I'm sure she has a very great explanation for it. I'm sure that it was really like a blackout. She didn't know what happened.
Okay.
Yeah, she was going through like a psychosis of sorts, probably.
Oh.
Like, you know, she probably just like thought it was like, you know, Nia or somebody beat their ass, went out to the ring, and that's why when she was in the ring, she was like, "Oh my God, it's Jey!" Like, you know,
then she followed her out to the ambulance.
Like that. Stop looking at me. Look.
Did we not see the way she snatched Jordan off of Trent during the
Denial
Rumble match?
Hey, back up off my friend.
The moment she grabbed that lady by
my
back of her
friend
head,
is not your friend. My
friend
is not your friend. And see, me and Naomi are just alike at the end of the day, because Naomi was like, I may be toxic, but I kind of liked it. And you know what? Same.
I mean, of course she liked it. When Jimmy Uso was over here slapping the hell out of folks every time they looked at Naomi.
Not his
Remember,
wife. And that's why Drew ate a foot last night.
As he should have.
Of course she loved that because Jim run down on folks over her, bro. Man. Of course she loved it.
I mean, I will admit it does make a lot of sense. I am personally still hanging on because I don't want to lose the big three. I don't think we have done
that shit has gone and passed.
And that's the problem. That is exactly the problem. We had fucking gold right there.
Same way we did with Jaya, bro.
Okay,
You in the same boat.
No. You can blame Rikishi big mouth ass for that.
I did it for the Rock.
You can blame Rikishi for that. We don't have nobody but Hunter to blame for the fact that my three didn't do nothing.
We all still on the same boat because there's fans that's going, I wish Jaya could happen. I think Jaya, like, that's still holding out for Jaya, even though we know that shit is done.
That man gave that woman a side hook.
You with the big three, the same thing, though.
But the thing, and guess what? Hold on, and guess what? I do not care.
And also the thing is, too, like, it's too early to try and do a Jade and Bianca situation. Like, that's why, to me, it doesn't make sense why Bianca was the one to do it. Because why, like, and I don't think, and like, I get, Bianca's been a heel before, but in this situation, I don't see that happening at this point because nothing else has really gave us, like, an inkling that there has been issues with her and Jade. I would get it if that was the straw that broke the camel's back when she did that to her. However, where this is, I really do think it is Liv and Raquel because Liv don't have a title right now. Her and Raquel are tagged up together. They're going to titles. Like, I feel like
don't forget they lost their titles twice because of injury.
Yeah, and I think in their heads when they first initially did the story, like, if we had, we're spoiling, okay, it's Naomi because of Bayley. Bayley's gone. Now we're trying to I feel like they really missed the ball on this storyline, and that's why now people are like, oh yeah, it was Bianca. There has been, if we go back like the tape between Bianca and Jade, but in the time that they've been together, there has been no inklings that Bianca would want to switch up on her. Like, it doesn't make sense at this point. At this point now,
or she was threatened by Jade.
Oh Lord,
listen
here she goes. What is going on outside your house?
Aisha,
Bro, it's pissing me off. Why everybody they fucking grandma out here, bro? Everybody they fucking grandma outside having a damn family reunion outside my fucking crib.
I'm partying at your house, dog.
Yeah, I don't like it, bro. I'm sorry, y'all.
No, you're good. You're good.
But really quick, sorry.
Go ahead, man.
But because when we first saw Jade and Bianca have their face-to-face at Rumble last year, people were like, yeah, book that match. It's been a year later. Jade barely has been doing stuff on her own to make me think that she's ready to be an opponent of Bianca Belair. Like, we need to let that sit for a bit, let that have some time. Because
I agree.
We all want to see it, but it's not happening this year. Because if you want to push this out to be a Jade Bianca thing for this year, that's not gonna do well for both of them. I'm so sorry. Like, let's just keep it let's keep it a tag team situation. Keep it Liv and Raquel, because they, like we said, have been knocking folk out left and right as a duo. Mm-hmm. Let's just keep it as that and not anything else, because that's a more clearer picture that I see for this to be a tag team matchup at Mania.
I agree with that. Like I said, I'm still 50-50 because I want it to be Liv and Raquel, and I think it makes the most sense because a lot of people are like, well, why would it take so long? Because that's the Mania match. The Mania match is Naomi and Bianca, Liv and Raquel for the titles, whatever. I would like to see the Jade and Bianca thing built up more, because there's really not a reason outside of like, oh, well, Bianca was tired of her holding her back. She could have just left if that was the case. It could have just and I don't even think Jade was holding her back. Like, Bianca was happy to do what she was doing. At least that's what it was appearing to be. And even in Saudi, when they were facing off against each other in that not Royal Rumble, the Battle Rumble.
Battle Royale.
Sorry. That's it, girl. The words be beating my ass sometimes. I'm tired. Sorry. But even then,
Battle Royale,
they were looking forward. They were both smiling. They were both smirking. They were excited at the opportunity to go head to head. And I just don't. I'm not ready personally. I'm not ready. I would like to see this be built up into something amazing. Honestly, I'd even like to see them out of tag team action and just supporting each other. Like the way Bianca is going to the ring with Naomi right now, that's what I want to see. I want to see her going to the ring and supporting Jay. I want to see Jay going to the ring supporting Bianca. I want them to stay a team, but move on into singles competition, because they no longer, and I mean, you know what? That's not true. I would like to say they no longer have anything to prove as a tag team, but we didn't get the tag team reign that we deserved out of them. They were supposed to be dominant. They were supposed to elevate the damn titles. It was supposed to be this big thing. And unfortunately, the curse of the women's tag team titles lives on. So if it's Liv and Raquel, great. If it ends up being Bianca, I support Bianca Belair's rights and wrongs. Let's just be clear about that right now. Love you.
I'm with you.
Love you, Jade. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, Jade. I love you. I love you. I love you so bad, girl. You don't understand how bad I love you. But rights and wrongs, I am legally blind. I didn't see nothing. Okay. But while we're on the topic of tag teams, on SmackDown, a very interesting tag team is kind of being, mentioned. And that is Trishy and Tiffy taking on Nia and Candice at Elimination Chamber. How are we feeling about that, ladies?
I hope everyone has fun.
Interesting.
That's all I'm going to say.
I just hope both teams have fun.
I have an unpopular opinion, honestly. I think surely they have other divas they can fucking call. Why is Trish answering the damn phone every time? It's pissing me off. Because I'm like, bruh, Michelle McCool is getting inducted into the Hall of Fame, and you're telling me y'all don't want to let Michelle McCool have another run? Like, why am I still seeing Trish, bruh? I get it. It's her 25th anniversary. That's cool. But, like, we've been seeing Trish more this, like, in the last few years, that her coming back isn't really oh my God, it's Trish Stratus. Because we know she's going to keep coming back, bruh. Mm-hmm. Like, I would rather see someone that I know for sure that's not going to be coming back. Like, for example, Michelle McCool. If Michelle McCool was to give it one more run before, like, until WrestleMania, I would be okay with it. Lay Cool seeing them, I'd be okay with it. Kelly, I would be okay with seeing it. Caitlyn, I would be okay with seeing it. AJ Lee, I would be okay with seeing. But every damn time is Trish Stratus.
I think it's just because it's in Canada, honestly.
I know, well, that's every time.
But it's the point of like, the last few years, she has been very heavily featured. And while I understand the nostalgia of it, we do have a lot of other women. Canada? Well, hell. I mean, her and Miz were on a husband-wife tag team Mania run for a minute there.
Yeah.
And I would not mind her if her health issues are better now. I wouldn't mind seeing Maurice back in the ring. Like,
yeah.
I don't mind some of the divas coming back because now they get the opportunity to show who they are. They're not being held back like they were during their time. Like every time Michelle does an interview, she mentions how we only saw like 5% of what she can actually do, and we still hold her in such high regard.
Yeah, that, and then like that round table talk that a lot of the divas had, and they were talking about how they really wish that they could like come back and compete against the ladies of today. Like, they love what the ladies of today are doing. They love it. And so like the only ones that we've seen come back to do anything is Lita, I love Lita, and Trish. Those are the only two that come back every single time.
Can you not tell I like Lita?
Nikki popped up, but like, did Nikki only pop up for that one time? Is that a one-time only thing?
It wasn't supposed to be. It's supposed to be a full-on run. It's supposed to be her coming back for a little bit. I don't know how long. I don't know how many matches, but she's supposed to be back at least for a tiny bit.
Yeah.
But I mean, I'm gonna agree, because I think it was Michelle McCool herself who said the other day that the three women she would love to get in the ring with: Bianca Belair, Naomi, Charlotte Flair.
And see, Charlotte and Michelle,
money for those matches.
Charlotte and Michelle would be so
Charlotte
good.
and Michelle would eat.
Michelle was the Charlotte of her era. Mm-hmm. So to see Charlotte and Michelle stand across the ring from each other, especially with how Michelle was probably one of the most dominant. She was also, like, back then, I believe, the tallest out of all of the women that was on the roster. And so, like, seeing them two go up against each other would have been fantastic, a great story. And maybe we can get that sometime later on this year. After Charlotte loses to Tiffy. I'm gonna say Charlotte's gonna lose to Tiffy, but if she doesn't, then I wouldn't mind seeing, Michelle McCool pop back up for one more run and go up against Charlotte. But if she doesn't do that and she wants to come back with Layla, I can see Chelsea and Piper Niven, because that was the energy that Piper Niven and Chelsea gave. Michelle and Lay Cool gave the same energy that Piper and Chelsea give. So, like, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
And it was rumored that I feel like it could have been Trish versus Chelsea for that title too. Like,
I was gonna say that I thought that they were gonna do that, honestly.
I thought they were going to do Tiffy versus Trish at one point, because they definitely teased that at Money in the Bank.
Mm-hmm. Because
Tiffy was like, who are you? And I'm like, oh my God. And she's like, oh, and you're old. And I'm like, all right. That's what's up. You know what? Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was kind of surprised by that little plot twist. Like, Trish not only getting in the ring to help her, I was like, oh, okay. And then them teaming up, like, oh, I didn't expect that. I'm not going to say I'm necessarily mad about it, but
she left as a heel, right? Like, when she went off, she was still a heel. Now she's, like, not. I assume she's face now. She's helping Tiff.
I mean, it's Trish. She just,
really.
Yeah, she do what she wants.
She does whatever she wants. If she wants to be a heel, she's a heel. If she wants to be a face, she's a face. The fans gonna eat it up every time. But I would, in
regardless,
fact, like to see some of the other quote unquote divas come back. I would like to see Michelle. I would like to see Kelly. For my own personal reasons, I would like to see Mickie James.
Me too.
You know, but I mean, Mickie has come back, you know, within the last few years. But like, I would like to see some of the women that haven't been there. Hell, bring Victoria back.
Mm-hmm. Ariane also has been teasing a possible return. I'm like, could we see the Funkadactyls? And then now apparently Tamina's back in on the website.
I saw that. Like, what?
She's there.
And I'm hoping that Tamina, if they bring her back, I don't want her to be anyone's bodyguard. I don't want to hear shit about a female bloodline. I don't want her to be a part of anyone's faction. I don't want any of that. Tamina has spent her entire career being a bodyguard or being a part of a faction or being a manager. I want to see Tamina actually win a championship and have a good singles run. If they're going to bring her back, let her do this one thing, allow her to compete in in-ring competition, and allow her to be dominant. I'm so tired of seeing Tamina like in this position that they put her in, because she's always been just that. And a lot of people, for some odd reason, a lot of people like play down her ability, her in-ring ability, bro. She's part of the Samoan dynasty. She was trained by the same people that trained Jimmy and Jey, bro. She came into the scene at the same time as them. She debuted with them.
Yeah.
So she deserves a run, and a good one too. So like, if she's gonna come back, Triple H better do right by her, or I swear, bro.
You know who signed?
Could you see her and Nia? I'm sorry.
To answer your question, no.
I was trying.
But
not over here acting like I shot you. I'm so sorry.
But you know who signed a Legends contract like back at the end of 2024? Who is an old school diva, and who?
Victoria? Oh, you talking about Jacqueline?
I'm talking about Jazz. Who's Jazz popped up in TNA like 2 weeks ago. And she's still doing. She did have a good showing. But
put her in the ring.
If she can go to TNA and handle a spot, she can pop up over to WWE for a moment. Let her come in.
You know, I don't even need a whole lot. If we can bring Goldberg back after that last match we saw with him, we can bring any of them women back, okay? Because Drew had that man gassed. Drew gassed that man in 2.3 seconds. So
that's the first nice thing I've ever heard you say about Drew.
I actually don't dislike Drew. I don't dislike him. I don't. He doing some fuckery right now. So like, we not talking. We not on speaking terms, you know. And you know, I just still think that WrestleMania, that board at work, LOL, will forever.
He be having his moments where he be eating, bro.
Right,
I'll give him his props there.
At first, it ate down until Damian cashed in. Like, it ate so bad. And then he got cashed in on a loss. And if he had won, it probably would have gone down in history as one of the greatest things. And now it's in history as the greatest thing because that didn't age well. But no, I don't dislike Drew. He's actually not bad at all. But like right now, until he leave them Usos alone.
Yeah.
Yeah, he needs to lead them fucking Usos alone.
F. Drew McIntyre.
It's fuck Drew McIntyre all day, every day. Shout out Cherry.
When it's someone,
yeah.
Because when it's somebody else that's not the Usos, I'm kind of here for it. Like him and the LA Knight, and they have a shared history dating back to TNA as well. Seeing them going back and forth was actually quite hilarious to me. That's actually kind of funny seeing this iteration of how they have evolved. Like LA Knight is just still.
He needs to be repackaged.
Yeah,
Drew.
Yeah, he needs to be repackaged.
It's hard, yeah.
If you got Jimmy telling you lost, you got LA Knight telling like you just a complainer.
Drew McIntyre.
Yeah, bro, because that's what they've chalked him up to. That's how you know. Because like now people are chanting Mac and Cryer. As much as I love it, Damn, brother. Like, this is your legacy right now.
Rock said you get a fucking sword and you get a McIntyre, and that's what you get for resigning. That's all you're getting.
Sad life.
You hate to see it, bro. You really do, but it's okay. It's all right, bro. What else is there to
I was
cover?
just about to say that I think we touched on everything.
Yeah, there's some more releases.
Elimination Chamber.
There are more releases that we didn't go over. We can go through them very quickly.
Cedric,
not rapid fire.
Well, yeah, we'll start with Cedric because he was more present in NXT lately, but him getting hurt in the feud of Ethan Page, that didn't really help. Like, it was good to be part of that storyline with him and Javon, but
who lost tonight?
Yeah, like all of that for Javon to lose, but he's gonna be fine.
Yeah.
Duke Hudson also was part of Chase U in NXT, and if you are a Rich Holland fan, please exit stage right.
Oh, Meg is about to have an Aisha moment on y'all.
Let's go.
She set up for this shit.
You have Rich Holland basically disrupt Chase U, and you have Andre Chase walking around looking like a progressive man. Like, he's very solemn. He's very torn up every time you see him on screen. You break up Chase U for Rich Holland, who you keep plugging into these situations, and he's making things not fun. Like, I hate that. Like, the way that they did that storyline of Chase U, often to break up. We don't see Thea Hill on TV. She just came back wrestling in a live show for NXT recently. We still don't see Riley. And then it was just Duke Hudson, and then Andre Chase was doing his own thing. But not really. Like, you broke up Chase U, and nothing else has come from it. Like, you haven't put those people in positions to be successful. All for Rich Holland, who is sticking up the joint of every match. I'm so sorry. This is a biased moment, but I don't care, because I don't like seeing this, and it's hindering and it's messing up the men's division on NXT. Like, the way the storyline panned out, I hated it. And for the fact that Duke Hudson, who was a great worker, he's been in NXT for a while. He could have came up to main roster. There could have been something built up for him to come up. Nothing was done for that. Nothing was done for Chase U aftermath. Just Andre Chase trying to pick up pieces, but barely. But it is just like it is fuck Drew McIntyre, it's also fuck Rich Holland. That's it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, brother.
Because it was so random that Duke was the one to get released. Because we hadn't seen nobody from Chase U on television at all since that whole thing happened months ago. So it's just circumstance that I hate, but Duke Hudson's gonna be all right because he's been putting out the little videos on Twitter, and he is so charismatic. Someone's gonna pick him up, and he's gonna be fine. But it's just, you hate to see when people are let go because you have nothing else to do for them. Which,
I was nervous Thea was going to get released. I'm happy she didn't.
Yeah, I'm glad she's back. But also, you know who else they didn't do much for that got released but actually got called up to the main roster last year? Yeah.
Flair.
They didn't have much else planned for her after the program with Naomi.
I have a question.
Yes.
Because I know you watch NXT more than I do. Was she better in NXT?
I don't know.
I think she was. Yes. Yeah.
Okay.
Because
and obviously this is not one of those oh, they can't wrestle. Da 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 da. I just don't think her and Naomi had a lot of in-ring chemistry. I don't think it came their chemistry in ring was non-existent, and so because I knew what Naomi was capable of, in a way, I put the blame on Blair. What are you doing? And so I had to just ask, was she actually? Because there has to be a reason she was called up. But the fact that
she was Stardom or something, I think.
Yeah, doing absolutely nothing with her outside of that Naomi thing, and then we saw her a teeny bit, and then she disappeared again. and then she was just backstage in like the back, like somebody was interviewing, and you see her in the back. Why didn't we do anything?
And they paired her. They paired her with Isla Dawn and Alba Fire for that one match, but nothing came of it. Like they brought her up,
right?
She's gone
yeah,
out too.
And like they brought Blair up. They didn't really have her interact with barely anyone else, like on the women's roster. And then they paired her with Naomi. Like she could have stayed with other people that she could have been able to mesh with first, and then propped up that. And not have it go on that long, because that vortex went on for a little bit too long.
And they had them lose the tag titles for Alba and Isla just to, or I'm probably saying her name wrong still, but just to release her. Like, what the hell? You know what? We'll try again tomorrow. I don't know. How do you say her name? Okay, I got it right the second time.
Yeah, you got it right this time. You corrected yourself. I'm proud of you. We're going to start a counter next time. We're going to have a counter of every time Haley says somebody's name wrong. It's going to be...
We're going to be able to afford a WrestleMania ticket.
We're going to start a Femme Slam, like, bingo card. And then one of the things will be if Haley says someone's name wrong. Let's see who gets us a win first.
I've been doing that shit since I was younger. And then another will be
Aisha crashing out about Jey. Aisha threatening Clarissa over saying Jey or Tama was attractive. Meg's going on an NXT rant.
Me talking shit on Cody Rhodes, except I didn't do that today.
You know?
I didn't crash out about Jey today either.
Yet.
Did you though? Are you sure?
No. You did that, you did.
You kind of went on a teeny tiny...
But it wasn't a full-on crash out. I didn't call anyone a bitch.
Yeah, she didn't. That is true.
Is that a requirement now of Aisha crash outs? If she didn't call anybody a bitch, it's not a crash out?
Do I not cuss raggedy every time I call someone?
You know what?
There's still time.
Okay, but I got told back the fuck up about Tama.
That's true.
So, and we don't consider
say it
that.
Again. No.
I'm considering it. I don't care.
That's fine. Do what you will.
And I will. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, you know what? I know what we didn't talk about.
Wait, hold on. Wait, real quick. The last release I want to get to.
Gotcha. Go ahead.
We talked about everybody else, but the one person who we really didn't get much from, and she was just background part of LDF. That's Elektra Lopez.
Oh, Elektra.
Because like she was.
Bless you.
Because she was doing like some stuff, but then like they just relegated her to being a valet, like majority of the time.
I was shocked because she was just on SmackDown the night before. She was literally on SmackDown.
They let her compete, bro. They said, "Go ahead and get in this ring this one time."
And then she just disappeared, and then you're just like, "Oh yeah, by the way, you're released. Thanks for your time."
They had Isla tweeting about the Speed Championship after they let her go. She was out here tweeting, "I hope I win," as if yesterday you didn't say that you were released. I was like, that is fucking sick work.
Because the match hadn't aired yet.
Yeah, it didn't air yet.
That's kind of crazy.
I think Indy did that same thing when she got released.
She did. It's kind of crazy. It's been... I do hope they all land on their feet. Wish them all the best.
Oh, for sure.
You know, good luck in your future endeavors.
Okay, why are you saying that like Shawnee?
Yeah, bro, that shit sounded shady as fuck.
You calling everybody Brandy right now? Yo. That's crazy.
Good luck in your future endeavors.
You just endeavored everybody.
I really do like genuinely mean like good luck, guys. Like I really hope you all land on your feet and go somewhere where you can full on shine, like
where you can flourish.
Yeah, but I will never say. Stop looking at me like that, man.
No, it's not you. It's the one that's next to you on my screen.
What you do this time, Haley?
Me?
You.
Is it because I have on my fourth drink, or is it because...
Are you drinking from that damn jug again?
I'm drinking water.
How many fucking drinks you got?
They are my emotional support drinks.
Okay. You got like 20 drinks over there. You got a bar beside you?
No.
Okay.
No, I got a Monster, a Coke Zero, a jug on the floor.
You can be pissing like a Russian racehorse.
All night,
I hope
bro.
you know that,
All
bro.
fucking
I'm so
night.
dehydrated right now, though, that I haven't peed.
Well, you know what? You know why you're dehydrated? Because you're drinking Coke.
Actually, I've ordered this last night.
Okay, same difference. You still drinking?
All right.
1/4
Anyways,
of it.
go ahead.
All right, you know what? It's okay. We're almost done. Let's go.
I got this drink in my cup.
Let's go and wrap this last. So what I was gonna mention, one of the things we didn't talk about is that, Damian Priest qualified for Elimination Chamber on SmackDown.
And Jacob didn't get the pin.
You know?
Because a lot of people were annoyed by that decision, too. Like, afterwards. They're like, oh, why is Damien the one that is getting the spot? I'm like...
People can go to hell.
I know. Okay.
People can go directly to hell, actually. I mean... And also, to be saying, like, Damien didn't sell... Did y'all not see him selling that whole match? Baby was acting like his ribs was broken.
His vein looked like a fucking worm on the side of his head at the end.
He was flopping around like a fish out of water. Like, sir, it didn't hurt that damn bad. Dog, like...
What do we think, speaking of Elimination Chamber qualifying matches? We have 2 more left to be concluded on Monday Night Raw. We have Roxanne versus Raquel, and then we have Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor. What do we see the outcome of those matches being, and who do you think is going to go into the Elimination Chamber to join the 5 other people that are also in that match?
I think they're going to put Roxanne in there. Give it kind of a similar spot they gave Tiff last year. Because Tiff, they put her in that, and she made a statement. I feel like putting Roxanne in that spot, she'll make a even more statement against all those women. Raquel doesn't need to be in there to help Liv at all. Because what do you mean, oh, Raquel's going to make sure everyone else doesn't get me? Like, I get you have Raquel next to you, but it's every woman for herself. And that's why with Bianca and Naomi, like, if you don't win, I win. Like, they have that mindset. It's not, I'm going to help, like, I have someone here to help me win. At the end of the day, it's an individual thing to get there. And Raquel can be a bodyguard, but it's not in Elimination Chamber.
I'm not really a big fan of Raquel, so I'm Team Roxanne.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm interested in seeing Roxanne go in just because, like, from what I've seen from her in NXT, she is extremely talented. Now, I can definitely see Liv Morgan helping cost Roxanne the match, because I do believe after the Royal Rumble they did interview Roxanne, and Roxanne said she had unfinished business with Liv Morgan and somebody else. I forgot who else.
That would be a good match.
She was interested in. So if Liv does cost her, we could probably see Liv and Roxanne at some point down the line. And then it's just like, but yeah, like y'all said, Raquel doesn't need to be in the match to help, because people have gotten into the cages, from like underneath the ring and stuff like that to get in and help. So anything can happen.
I don't know about the men's. I really don't know. I mean, I think Seth would win, but that theory you have is also valid too.
Yeah, who's gonna beat my ass about it though?
I mean, apparently people on Twitter think
Cherry.
Why they always? Why they always starting with you, dog?
All I do is mind my business, bro. Folks hate when you try to talk fucking wrestling. All I said was it's gonna be quite hilarious if Roman Reigns comes back and he costs Seth Rollins that Elimination Chamber match, and everyone's like, "Oh no! If you think Roman Reigns is gonna help Finn Balor win, you got another thing coming." First of all, he's not gonna help anyone. The man's fucking petty. Roman Reigns is a petty fucking man. If you haven't seen for the last 4 years, he has been an insanely petty ass man. And the fact that we haven't heard radio silent out of both Paul Heyman and Roman Reigns this entire time that he's been gone, while Seth was out here channeling his inner pogo stick on the back of this man's head.
All right.
I'm just saying.
You know, sometimes
I have a creative way of saying stuff.
You know,
I do.
All right.
The Pixar eye.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong, but like, damn, do you be having to say it?
I mean,
the answer is yes.
Yeah.
The answer is yes. I do, so, like, yes. Yeah. Anyway,
you gotta paint a picture.
It's quite similar to like if Roman was to come out there and lay hands on Finn Balor. If he was to go out there and hit Finn Balor. Well, no, because like what Rhea hit Liv and it disqualified Io. Mm-hmm. So all Roman has to do is go out there and hit Seth.
Oh.
And it will disqualify Finn. And Seth will get into the Elimination Chamber. Or wait a minute.
Yeah, that's right. You have it right.
You're right.
No, but
we're costing Seth the match. So Seth needs to be disqualified.
Yeah.
Seth would hit Roman.
So it would be Roman hitting Finn.
Roman would hit Finn. So like if Roman was to come out there and try to attack Seth, Seth knows Roman's moves, every move, because like we've seen him dodge this man before in the middle of a charge. And if Roman comes out there and hits Finn, they gonna ring the bell. Seth is gonna get eliminated. Right? Finn Balor's gonna get put in there. That's the only way. Ain't no one talking about Seth Rollins getting beat. Finn Balor and Seth Rollins are two big, whether we want to, believe it or not, are two big names on Raw. Just like Liv Morgan and Io Sky is. They cannot be pinned right now. Neither one of them will take a pin. I don't see it happening.
Nothing.
But then again, they did. Go ahead.
I get what you're saying. No, I get you.
Yeah. So, like, neither one of them can take a pin. And the fact, like, people talk about saying, you think Roman Reigns is going to show up on a random Monday Night Raw? You got another thing coming. I don't know if you know this, but it's not a random Monday Night Raw. It's Raw on Netflix.
Yep.
And watch it make it a main event. If they make it the main event, you know it's going to be an interference.
Yeah, it's going to be some bullshit. And it's for sure going to be the main event. Trust. It's for sure the main event.
It makes sense because it would lead them to WrestleMania too.
Yep. The road to WrestleMania begins. I mean, it started at Rumble. And now Roman has to get his get back. And what better way than to take that title opportunity away from Seth?
Yeah, exactly. So I can't wait for all the crash outs that are going to happen next week when they see Roman Reigns ooh-wah his ass through that damn ring. Because he is going to come out there. He definitely will, because like they said Roman's going to be out for the foreseeable future, and we ain't seen Paul Heyman since.
Nope.
Paul Heyman hasn't even said anything. When you don't hear anything from Paul Heyman, who announces Roman Reigns every fucking move, that man is plotting. Roman is plotting, which means what?
They're cooking.
He finna fuck some shit up. Like, he finna fuck Seth's life up. So,
bro.
And this is 10 years. 10 plus at this point, actually.
I'm here for
years of hatred. Of just everything you could possibly think of. Roman is not gonna let that man be happy.
Especially not what he said to him in the ring at Rumble. You're not getting another WrestleMania main event. I was like,
And on top of that, Seth has been bragging on each show about him taking Roman out. Mm-hmm. Now, what is it? What's the saying? He who laughs get the last laugh, or something like that. I don't fucking know.
Don't ask me. I probably was saying it wrong. I don't know.
Let's see. Let me see. Let me Google it real quick.
He who laughs. It can't be he who laughs first gets the last laugh.
Yeah, he who laughs last laughs. Or something like that, bruh. Yeah, bruh. I don't know.
Can you read that again for me, friend?
He who laughs last. Oh, wow. Damn.
That wasn't me.
Yeah, no, he who laughs last laugh best, or something like that.
That's not what I thought it was, but okay.
I don't think I've heard that one, but
it's a saying.
It makes sense though. It makes
that shit
sense.
was beating my ass, bro. But like, yeah. Basically, he who laughs, you know.
You need to make that the title of this fucking He Who Laughs.
We are not making. Oh Lord Jesus.
He who laughs.
Hee haw.
You know this is gonna be its own clip. Let's try to figure out he who laughs, bro.
Y'all know words be beating our ass. Well,
yeah, it's he who laughs last laughs longest.
Stop reading it, bro. Stop.
What is this fucking Mother Goose time?
That is Dr. Seuss.
Bro, I'm just trying to make sure I got it right.
It's
I
okay,
one fish, red fish, blue fish.
It's okay, friend.
I don't know. Whoever said that, whoever created that quote, I hope they're burning in hell. Like,
now what did they do to you to do that? You know what?
Who laughs burns in hell.
No, because whoever laughs last laughs longest. He who laughs last laughs longest.
My God!
All right, you know what? I think it's time we just move on to fetch, because I should not finna have us going through this. Yo, what is your fetch moment of this episode? Not including that phrase that Aisha just gave us.
You will leave.
Okay, fetch.
They're gonna make that a trivia question. Like,
Aisha!
He who what?
Aisha. Y'all,
okay.
Last
longest,
We're
not finna do this. I'm finna go to bed. I'm going to bed. What if I just leave?
My fetch. Okay.
I suppose that means I laugh last.
What the hell, Aisha?
Bro, I'm on the way,
Dive right on in.
She's driving.
Okay, I'll go first.
I'm about to dive in.
Go ahead,
So I have like two fetches. One.
Okay.
One is that it's everybody in the IWC that are blaming Naomi for Jey being hit.
Dare I say their laughing list?
Oh my God, I hate it here so bad. I hate it here. In case
it sounds
y'all
like
are
you're
wondering,
laughing last.
Hold on. In case y'all are wondering, it is well after. It is 11:15 where me and Aisha are. 12:15 where Haley is. We big eeps, guys, big eeps. It kind of gets chaotic. Well, for some of us, because some people.
My ass fell asleep.
Hey, mine. Never mind. We'll talk about it after.
I guess you could say that if y'all go to sleep before me, I'll be the one that laughs last.
Aisha, go to hell. Oh my God.
The longest.
Man, please give me your other kid, dog. I'm so sick of her.
My other
cut her mic.
I don't have the capability to do that.
No, you're good. I didn't mean it for real.
But my other fetch, aside from Naomi, she's innocent in all this. My other fetch is actually going to be in defense of Damian Priest to all those haters. Because y'all, I feel like because they propped up him and Rhea within the Judgment Day story to be their territory, the one that you can't beat. My fetch is people saying that Damian no-sells. He has to no-sell to the guys in Judgment Day for that storyline to work with what they were doing.
Right.
You got people, like we've been saying this whole time, y'all don't know ball like y'all think y'all do. Like, that man was no-selling for people that were smaller than him. You really thought that he was about to sell for Dominic Mysterio at times? Like, he sold really, really well in the match he had with Finn. Like, they was tossing each other up or down.
He got the last laugh.
Yeah, bro, because, like, at the end of the day, though, you gotta, I feel like the people just need to really cut Damian, some slack. He's been doing really good, and like, I know for a fact that he's gonna do fantastic over on SmackDown because, he who laughs last.
Aisha. You know what? I don't think we should do any more fetches, Migs. What do you think?
No,
I think we just need to wrap this. Wrap it up.
Next fetch right now.
No,
Next
we're not
fetch.
doing any more because you're going to do the same thing.
You know what? I got a really good fetch.
Okay, go ahead.
Aisha for the last 5 minutes. Fetch as hell.
She got the last laugh.
It's fuck. No more last laughs. No more laughs, period. Fetch. Stamp that shit. Fetch.
Oh, shit, now. Serious business. Wait a damn minute.
Yeah, I said it. I went there.
No, wait a minute. We gotta go.
We gotta wrap it up because we also have a very important announcement to make.
We do have a very important announcement, but so like, go ahead and do your fetch, Clarissa.
Sure you did.
I did.
Oh, I was your.
I'm
fetch.
trying to think.
All right, then, Haley, you do your fetch next because I'm gonna go last because I'm the one.
The fetches, actually. She's the fetches right now. Jesus.
My fetch was that cry that the Miz did. She didn't laugh last.
Haley, you ain't no better than Aisha right now. You know what?
I feel like you ever see that meme of SpongeBob and Patrick where they can't stop fucking laughing? I feel like that's me to Aisha right now because I can't stop.
You know what's funnier than 24?
25.
Aisha, what is your fetch moment?
My fetch moment of the last 2 weeks, because we did not get to drop an episode like we wanted to. Unfortunately, we were supposed to be back, and we had so much planned for you guys. Well, so much to talk about, at least. I would say the fetch is the IWC versus main event Jey Uso. That's my first fetch.
Mm-hmm.
Second fetch is gonna have to be Jimmy being backstage at Raw and not in a match. Not Raw, backstage at Raw, but backstage at SmackDown and not having a match Friday night. My other fetch is gonna be that segment between LA Knight and The Miz, and then I have one more fetch. Shinsuke Nakamura.
Getting the last laugh.
Haley.
He can get a laugh, bruh.
I'm gonna throw this phone at you.
I'm a dog walk your ass, sir.
All right.
It's the Shinsuke ain't getting a single laugh, bro, because he's hiding in the shadows, as he so put it. The only person who's planning on getting the last laugh around here is gonna be Jimmy, because he who laughs last laughs longest.
Okay, y'all. We did in fact miss y'all. Aisha brought up a very good point. We missed y'all on our unexpected break, but during that time we were working on something very, very good, and so when Aisha edits this, she's gonna put a drum roll here, and we're gonna tell you that what.
That's real.
Aisha,
I didn't put it in there.
Yeah, we're drum roll, and Aisha will tell you who our very first guest of season 2 will be.
It's the way my brother's gonna hear this shit. Be like,
I was just about to say.
Hey, yo, he's gonna be sick. He's gonna be mad as fuck at us. We're sorry. We love you, Malcolm.
Like, mind you, I was your first guest.
Well,
but
they don't know that.
They don't know that, bro, because that episode will never see the light of
Never.
day. Sorry, my brother, bro.
Anyway.
Our first guest, and I am so incredibly happy that I was able to land this. I feel like it's definitely going to be huge for the Femme Slam podcast, because when we said we were coming up and it was going to be our year, I fucking meant it.
Femme Line takeover.
Meant it. And if you tired of seeing us, you finna be real mad when you see that red and white pop up across all your For You pages. Because we finna have Mini Portable on the next episode of the Femme Slam podcast.
We're so excited!
Mini Portable.
Minnie! Hey, girl! Can't wait to be like, hi, Minnie.
If you don't know who Minnie is, she is an extremely, extremely popular streamer. She has been featured multiple times. By the WWE for her reactions to things. She is really good friends with Wheezy Blonde, Santi Zap, those really, really popular streamers who we are hoping one day to also have on the podcast. But this right here is the greatest achievement so far. Mini Portable, next episode. We will be recording that on March 1st, and it'll be out that following Wednesday. Yep. And I hope you guys enjoy the episode, because in that episode we will be talking about being a woman in the IWC. Whew. A female content creator in the IWC. Yep. Because we, as female content creators, have experienced a lot of very crazy things within the IWC. I know for a fact that everyone else on this panel has. Since I started, I've seen some crazy things, and I've seen, based off of Minnie's Instagram, she has a lot of crazy things that happen and be said to her, and I can't wait for us to be able to sit down and actually talk about that and unpack that, and also share our own experiences. And if you're also a wrestling content creator or an aspiring wrestling content creator, this is going to be the episode for you to listen to, because sure. I'm sure we're all going to give advice and pointers and kind of explain to you how to navigate the IWC as a content creator and a woman.
Oof, just gave me chills. Like,
kicking off Women's History Month.
The right way.
The right way.
So once again, when we said it's Femline all 2025.
Ooh, we better make a name for ourselves. Yeah.
We meant that shit. I'm so sick of her, but this is only just the beginning, and this is going to be so amazing. Couldn't ask for better people to be doing this with, even if they drive me absolutely fucking insane.
Mm-hmm. And thank you for always supporting us for the list season.
Hey, can y'all believe it's almost been a year?
That's crazy.
We are coming up on our 6-month podcast anniversary, but 1 year group anniversary.
That's so exciting.
Yes. Okay.
So,
well, guys, before Aisha and Haley, were you dancing?
She's making day on us, bro.
I was making sure she wasn't trying to say anything, because I was just gonna say, before
she was hitting the nay-nay.
Before Aisha and Haley start again. My bad, G, my bad. Before Aisha and Haley,
I was doing Rikishi's dancing up when you were talking earlier.
No. See, this is what I mean, y'all. Aisha and Haley finna start their shit.
And he should have put a ring on it.
So on that note, we're gonna wrap this up, and we will see y'all in 2 weeks.
It's all shows. Make sure to keep following us on Twitter at Femme Slam Pod. Mm-hmm. Also, make sure to find our information for our personal pages in the link tree. We're always on the timeline causing the ruckus, whether it's Aisha being Aisha,
yep,
or any of us just like having a good key on the timeline. Also, continue.
Have it out.
Now, Haley, all right, it's time to go. It is time.
It's a difference.
I know. That's why I said it.
It's a difference.
It's time to go.
And make sure to also keep watching the TikTok lives for post shows in the Sunday Vibes and Wrestling. We all hang out with us. But yeah.
Y'all.
We'll get the lace lift.
Give us follow. Be on the lookout, bro, because Femline's up. So yeah, follow us where you follow us. And that's about Order the Femline. Peace.
Bye.